Yeah. What's going on? What's going on, my chaotic clubhouse family? What's going on, man? We've been rocking all morning. Yeah, man, my people, we've been rocking all morning, man. We've been doing the damn thing. We've been making it do what it do. And yes, we back here for another episode. I'm gonna talk to my grown folks here today. Man, look, every time I look at a daggone demographic, it say 35 to 44, and everybody around here talking about real estate and what they own. Yeah, we gonna get into it today. That's the fastest growing side of the wealth game. Real estate. And if you know anything about the real estate, you're gonna have to know something about the HOA. If you ain't never heard of them, if you're planning on buying a house, especially some new construction, you might want to learn about a little bit about the HOA just to put you up on some game. All right. Just to put you up on some game, you probably gonna want to know a little bit about the HOA. Right? You probably sitting around like, what? Yeah, I don't need to know about no damn HOA. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Because about 80 to 85% of new construction is coming with an HOA. So if you plan on buying a house in the future, you probably want to pay attention to what an HOA is. HOA is a homeowners association. And yes, it helps you with amenities. It's basically like a company that you would have to keep your property, keep properties up to value. That's what homeowners associations are. And if you're going to buy a home, and it don't matter who you are, you need to know. You need to know what the homeowners association is. You need to know what neighborhood has them, what neighborhood don't have them. When you're searching, you need to kind of know: am I going into an HOA area or am I not? Because trust me when I tell you, when you buy that house, you need to know that before you buy it. Because one thing you can't do is buy the house and then say, nah, I don't want to be in the HOA. That ain't how that work, my boy. That ain't how it work, my lady. You can't do that. You can't buy the house and then say you don't want to be in it. You can't buy the house and say, oh, I thought joining the HOA was optional. No. The Homeowners Association has become part of America now, my people. It has become part of America. We got to be honest about some things. The Homeowners Association has become a part of America. It's become a part of the fabric in which we govern our communities and our neighborhoods is the Homeowners Association. So, well, why do they have homeowners associations? Well, yeah, Jonesy, yeah, You might know about that. Paying that homeowners association bill is not optional, and we gonna get into that. If you think that all you got to pay is your mortgage and your insurance and your house is fine, no, ma'am, no, sir. That's not how that works. That ain't how that works. And I hear a lot of people talk about real estate, and I don't hear you talk about that homeowners association. And when you just kind of ignore them and go away on whatever, they're going to be a thorn in your side. And all of a sudden, you'll find yourself in court. Because you said somebody, your neighbor who might be the head of it, just sent you a fine in the mail and you think you're not going to pay it. It's not quite how that works. So we going to, like I said, this is grown. There's people who own homes, who want to own homes, who are looking in the market, looking investors. A lot of y'all tell me y'all investors in rental properties. Have any of y'all ever tried to try to invest in a property that's in a homeowners association and then rent it out? Man, that can be a headache. If you don't know what's going on, that can be a big, big headache. Even if you do know what's going on, it can be a big headache because it's somebody that actually It's a board that actually has rules and stipulations on what you can do to your house. Some homeowners associations say, yeah, you can't rent, we can't have no renters in this neighborhood. Everybody in this neighborhood will buy, will be buyers, right? And on the face, that looks good. That looks good to most people, right? That looks good to most people. Most people gonna say, oh yeah, well, no, that's okay because we don't want renters and people move across the street and the renters bring the property value down. Okay. Let's see how it is when they tell you you can't do it. Right? That's one thing about Americans. Americans, white Americans, black Americans, any American. We don't like to really be told that we can't do shit, especially simple shit that should be, we don't like being told no, that we can't. Nah, you can't do that. Nah, hold on. Before you do that, you gotta check with this board. Oh, no. That right there ain't gonna be, you can't, yeah, you can't do that. Like if y'all ain't noticed, we don't really like being told that. We don't like really being told that, well, no, you can't do that. You gotta check, especially after we've bought a home, after we purchased the home, right? After you bought and purchased the home, you own it. Yes, you do own it. But there's something else that you might, that if you purchase a home in a neighborhood that has a homeowners association, there's some other things you might want to be aware of that they can do, right? You might want to be aware of some things that they can do. They can do a lot of things. They can actually put a lien on your property. You said what? Yeah. And see, today I'm here to tell, and like I say, as you see on the stream, I'm proposing a question to you today. Would you take a house that is discounted 25%? That means if the house was $400,000, it's now $300,000. Would you take a 25% discount to live in the HOA, homeowners association? Now, a lot of y'all about the money. A lot of y'all say, shoot, man, look, hey, that's $100,000. Yeah, no, I got to go ahead and take this $100,000. And I'm going to take my chances with the homeowners association and its fees and its rules and its ability to govern you, what it essentially is, govern you in your home. Would you take that at a discounted discount? Now, like I said, you can, you probably think like, what? Of course I would. 25, but understand what you're sacrificing. You sacrificing the freedom. We've all seen it. You think you're gonna paint your house any color that you want? No, sir. No, man. No, sir, you won't. You want to change your shutters from black to, gray. Gray is not an approved color. Gray is not an approved color. You won't have your house gray around here. All right. All your cars better fit in the driveway. There will not be any street parking. And you better not pull any of your stuff on around back. We better not see your company van with your logo in your yard. You got to get it out of there. Can't be here on the property. Yeah, the house you paying mortgage on, the deed that says your name. Yeah. The company you work so hard to build. Don't you put your damn van on that on your own driveway. There are no commercial vehicles in this subdivision, sir. Fuck you. Don't care how hard you work. You think we care? No. We don't care nothing about that. No. You think that we care? No. We don't care. We ain't worried about that. We got wild. Look, I'm telling you, we got we decide what's going on here, not you. And we tell you, and most likely we've had these rules before you have gotten here. You don't believe me? See, today I'm going to show you a couple of what they call, HOA horror stories. And like I said, y'all, a lot of y'all are homeowners. Y'all look, man, a lot of y'all are investors, homeowners. Don't tell me you don't know about the HOA at this point. Don't tell me you don't know about the HOA. Of course you know about the HOA. You know all about it, my friend, don't you? You know all about it. Tell the truth. You know all about this shit. You know all about it. You know all about the HOA. And if you don't know, well, if I was here to let you know, man, some of y'all don't know about some of the things that the HOA, some of y'all might live in a good HOA, so as you call it. But I'm going to ask you again, would you rather take a house at a 25% discount or pay full price to be away from these people, away from their control, and away from the amenities that they provide? They do provide some amenities. But maybe you might decide, I can take care of that myself. All right. Now, we were just talking about parking. Because let's get into it. We're talking about parking in front of your own house when you got the own deed to. But guess what? Guess what this homeowners association is saying? We don't give a damn about any of that stuff you talking about. We have in our bylaws, sir, that there are no pickup trucks to be parked in this subdivision. Pickup trucks, period. We had this rule since 1968, and you won't change it.
Team, we've told you recently about a new state law preventing homeowners associations from banning pickup trucks and work trucks from parking in driveways. That law, Wendy, just took effect.
Yeah, that's right. But since then, Sarasota homeowners reached out to investigator Adam Walser, saying their HOA does not plan to change. New tonight, Adam breaks down why the association is still enforcing the parking rules despite this new law.
Oh, yeah, you see it. You see it. Hey, GMCs, not nice trucks. Oh, get them damn trucks up off of my property. Oh, yeah, we know that you bought it and got the deed and all of that stuff and paying the mortgage. But get that damn truck out of here. And I forgot, it's fitting this the first video as we about to show. My man right here that's making the complaint actually has the same exact truck that I do. Well, not the exact truck. Mine's like a year newer and got some stuff on it, but exact same truck. But yeah, Mr. Matt gonna tell you about his spot where they're banning you can't park in front of your own damn house with your truck. It ain't no work truck. I don't like no work truck. Family truck. They don't care.
Ryan McIntyre, who goes by Mac, loves his 2014 Chevy Silverado pickup.
It's functional, hauling things most of all. Also is the extended cab, because I do have a wife and daughter.
But his truck doesn't easily fit into his garage, and
I cannot park my own truck in my own driveway.
His subdivision, The Meadows, doesn't allow pickup trucks or commercial vehicles in their driveways between 11 p.m. and 5 a.m., based on rules written in 1976, before Jimmy Carter first took office. By
1976, that gives you the first hint These homeowners associations have been around for a long time. And I don't think that you guys don't really think about the history of these homeowners associations. They tie back to a certain period and a certain thing.
Violators caught by the association's nightly safety patrol face warning letters, fines, and can be towed out of their own driveways. Mack agreed to the rules when he moved into the neighborhood in 2019, but hoped a new law would change that.
I can imagine how ecstatic I was when I heard that I could park it in my own house.
Mack and his wife now make twice daily trips to drop off and pick up his truck at a fenced-in lot our odometer shows is 0.8 of a mile from his home. He and his neighbors pay $500 per vehicle per year to park there.
We all know each other. We see each other every night and every morning.
If you come back at night, it's full. Everybody's paying to park in here.
Melissa Syatt lives on the opposite.
Yo, I wonder, do somebody with the HOA owns that parking lot? I'm telling you, a lot of this stuff be a money game. Y'all don't be really having no clue. I think a lot of times we don't think of stuff like this, but a lot of times it's be the money game. Ban them from parking their trucks or vans in the property in the subdivision. Therefore, they have to drive a mile away to pay us $500 or whatever, or a couple $100 a month, or $50 a month, just to park their trucks here. And it ain't nothing but a rinky-dink parking lot with a fenced in. Yo, I swear, if I was the parking lot, I would pay them people money to keep that rule going. Y'all single-handedly keeping me rolling. But see, people being cahoots like that, I don't know. But y'all see people with vans, trailers. This is everybody who actually bought homes, bought property in the subdivision a mile away. They can't park their own trucks in their driveway. So they got to pull their pickup trucks, their company vans. They can't put it where they bought a home at. They have to put it a mile away in the fenced-in parking lot.
Side of the 1,600-acre neighborhood.
The schlepping, the back and forth, it's hot. It's a lot.
She runs a mobile aesthetics business out of a $200,000 custom Mercedes van.
I've got my own power, water.
Now that's a nice ass van. You telling me she can't have that van at her house? That's not a bad van. That's a $200,000 custom Mercedes Sprinter van. Look at it. Got her water, everything in there. She
out of a $200,000 custom Mercedes van.
I've got my own power, water, everything.
Her husband also parks a pickup in the lot. Melissa welcomed the new law, which says, quote, homeowners association documents, including declarations of covenants, articles of incorporation, or bylaws, may not preclude a property owner or a tenant, a guest, or an invitee from parking his or her personal vehicle, including a pickup truck, in the property owner's driveway.
I thought it was for everybody. We got so excited about it when it, got signed, and we thought, great, this is going to save us $1,000 a year. And yeah, that's not happening.
Meadows residents got this email days before the law went into effect saying, quote, all current parking rules and regulations will remain the same.
They got ahead of it and said, no, we're going to keep everything the same way. So we're ended up with more questions than answers at this point.
They've also sent out reminders after the law went into effect. The general manager for the
Now, do you see what I'm talking about? They just can supersede the law. They just said, we know what everybody agreed on, but to hell with y'all in that. We not listening to y'all. If you own a home, you understand that they can do this. And you're like, what? Yes. Your lawmakers have given them this kind of power over you and your property. Nope. We deciding we don't care. We deciding no pickups at the last minute, no pickup trucks in here. Nope.
The Meadows Community Association declined an on-camera interview, but said in an email that the application of the new law depends on the governing language of the community association and the time it was recorded. The email referred to something called Kaufman language.
Some restrictions have what's known as Kaufman language, which was sort of a famous case.
Attorney John Ellis says some HOAs incorporate the language as amended from time to time in their bylaws and other documents.
That's indicating if the legislature changes the statute, that would apply. Most homeowners associations don't have that language,
including the Meadows. Both
Yep.
Mac and Melissa plan to abide by the existing rules,
They ain't
We
got a
don't feel like
choice.
we have a voice, so we don't know really what to do.
but they hope someone will challenge them.
It got the governor to sign it into law. So I cannot be the only one with this concern.
I'm I-Team investigator Adam Walser with photojournalist Matt McGlashan, taking action for you.
Then you heard what he said. You got the governor to sign it into law. Come on, man. Look, these people got more power than you think. You know what I mean? These people got way more power than you think they got. You think they don't got that much power. You thinking, no. Trust me, bro. Trust me, man. These HOAs out of control. Y'all want to be investors. You can't look. It is extremely hard to be an investor in a neighborhood with an HOA. There's going to be so many more rules, regulations that you will have to follow. And you don't even know if they're going to let you make their property an investment property. A lot of times people get starter homes and homes that they eventually can rent out. No, your homeowners association will say, oh, whoa. Yeah, we know that you just bought this home for the last 20 years. And now you decide, hey, the kids are gone. I want to downgrade. Or you know what? You know, you just got like a little quiet little 2-3 bedroom house in a little nice little neighborhood, uniform, a little 3-bedroom townhouse. You done bought it up. You know, y'all know how we do. We grown, right? And what we do, we say, yeah, we gonna invest. We gonna move on and invest it. And me and the wife gonna buy a new house. Psh, you better sell it. Ain't nobody said you can rent it. Nah, you can't rent it. My thing is, y'all like to be restricted in that way. When you spend your own hard-earned money, when you spend your hard-earned money on your house, because my thing is, like I said, we seen the parking situation from these homeowners with the HOA, right? My question is, okay, so they have parking issues in subdivisions. Oh yeah, it gets worse. Oh yeah, it gets worse. Man, like we got some stories for you. Not only can you not, they say, hold on, well, we just have a rule, no pickup trucks. Jones said earlier, oh yeah, that street parking is a no-no. When I say street parking, I mean visitors. They don't care. Street parking is a no-no. And if the tow truck sees you out on the street, they can pick and choose at their discretion when to pick your damn car up and when not to. Right? So take a look at this.
That's how neighbors are describing their homeowners association after their cars parked in front of their own homes were towed.
And Chief Investigator Darcy Spears has what could be the HOA Hall of Shame's most shameful story yet.
You ready, little man?
Even the smallest steps
Take your time.
are a big effort
All right, there you go.
when you're 15 years old and learning to walk all over again.
He's having to relearn how to do everything. So
On Kirsten Winfield's wrist, a message of hope that her son Cameron will crush cancer like the monster trucks he so admires.
take your time.
Every move takes patience, care,
2, 3.
and time.
It's very tiring. I have to use a lot of my energy to get in and out.
The Winfields live in the Savannah Falls Homeowners Association near Decatur and Elkhorn. The sign promises the tradition of Southern living, but the family says the HOA has not delivered the tradition of Southern hospitality.
It's gone from a fun-loving family environment to something very cold and calloused.
HOA rules require homeowners to park either in their garage or driveway, leaving street spots for visitors. Like most people, the Winfields need part of their garage for storage. If they had a car in there too, there'd be no way to get Cameron in and out. And with 2 cars in the narrow driveway,
not
there's
their
barely
problem.
room to move. much less maneuver a wheelchair. On October 12th, the unthinkable happened. The Winfield's car was towed from the street right in front of their house.
The only reason that we had moved our car was to actually move our child into our home. My husband helped us get him into the house, and within that hour that we were actually getting our son all the medications and getting him comfortable, they actually came and towed our car.
She spoke in person to the HOA president and was told to send a detailed email regarding her son, his medical needs, and why they couldn't afford the towing fee.
For somebody that has a child that's battling cancer, $380 is a lot of money. We didn't have the money at the time.
While waiting for an answer from the HOA, this certified letter arrived from Code Blue Towing. The fees had gone up to more than $800 and the car was going to auction.
I just feel bad because my mom and dad are stressed out.
To make matters worse, this email came from community manager Tara West saying a unanimous decision was made by the board of directors to not pay to have your vehicle returned to you. There's no street parking for owners or residents of the community, period.
Art, it's Darcy Spears from Channel 13. We'd like to talk to you about the towing situation that's going on here in your neighborhood.
No one answered the door at the HOA president's house, and the Winfields aren't the only ones who want answers.
I really feel bullied. And
you thought they the only one? Yeah, we got a sister. You been on my mind. Yeah, we got sister got towing problems too.
That's just what it is. Everyone around here is terrified.
Homeowner Aaliyah Ratliff has lived here for more than a year. She and other neighbors we spoke to say street parking has never been an issue and rarely enforced until the HOA hired Code Blue Towing.
We live in...
Oh, now, see, this is another thing, too. These towing... See, this is one thing. Like, I worked in property management. And some of these tow companies be wild, and I'm just go ahead and let y'all know. Some of these tow companies really be wild and really be off the chain with some of this shit. They do the damn most. You just give them the contract. A lot of times what they do is they come in and say, oh yeah, we'll take the contract and we'll just make sure the parking, and they become tyrants. And the property manager just, a lot of times they hire them and just say, okay, yeah, you just go ahead and start taking care of it. And they just start being tyrants. These tow companies. But anyway, let's go ahead and see what happened to the sister.
Constant fear. It's like a boot camp. We're all considering moving.
Aaliyah is permanently disabled and is fighting with the HOA to get permission to park on the street. Her family of 6 has more cars than space to put them. She's been towed.
Our visitors have been towed,
including her boyfriend's daughter.
And then I started parking outside where the other cars are lined up.
But then
They're kicking the bumper.
Neighborhood kids captured her car being...
Now that don't look like nothing to do with the homeowners association. Look like you just trying to throw that in there, ma'am. I don't know if that was part of the story. Yeah, I don't know, y'all. That didn't seem like part of the story. Damn kids kicking the damn car. That ain't got nothing to do with the homeowner association. I mean, I guess it do in the long run. I guess they tell them get y'all damn kids, I guess. But you know. But yeah, they told her little ass off the street. But yeah. Shoot, man, you look at this subdivision. Yeah, this look like one of them subdivisions. Nope. Can't park on the street, man. Can't do it. And you and your boyfriend's daughter, you can be paying for the boyfriend's daughter car to be getting out of tow. I'm telling you, it be a condos and apartment complexes like that. But you would think when you own your home that it wouldn't get like this, right? Yep, you can buy your house and it's still like this. They don't do shit.
And then I started parking outside where the other cars are lined up.
But then
They're kicking the bumper.
Neighborhood kids captured her car being vandalized on video.
When I came out, there was just glass like everywhere in the backseat, all in here.
If you take a look around me up and down both sides of the street, it's what you don't see that's part of the problem. None of the curbs are painted red. There are no parking signs. There's nothing to indicate that you cannot park on the street.
Bruh, I'm gonna tell you, they don't be caring. I'm telling you, I worked for these people before. These management, this is all this is. We gonna see that this is nothing but property management finding a way to get their hands into divisions that people buy their homes. They found a way to do it. Like that's one thing I realized when I was working in the apartment in the condo business, like this people make a killing on this shit. They found a way to get into y'all these single family homes, build these areas. You have to pay for us, and we have to do this, and we gonna be on your butt. You can't have no street parking. We don't care if it is a spot that's not bothering nobody. We coming to get it.
The only sign is outside the community in front of the gate as you're driving in. This one right here that says no on-street resident parking.
A former government official who oversaw the towing industry says this may not be enough signage in the eyes of the law. And check this out. The Savannah Falls CC&Rs say any vehicle parked in violation shall be subject to immediate towing without notice. But that's not the law, which requires at least 48 hours notice before a tow by a sticker affixed to the.
Now, see, that's another thing. The city laws say that, hey, it has to be a 48-hour tow sticker on my car before you tow it. Well, this is the thing about HOAs. Most of your state governments have given them power to supersede what the local laws are. So if the city says, yeah, it has to be a sticker on it in 48 hours, the homeowner association can say, yeah, fuck your sticker, it's gone. In a place that you pay mortgage at, to pay the mortgage at now, to hell with your sticker, it is gone. Your car is gone. Don't come back to us asking us where your car at. Your car is gone, buddy. There is no car.
Vehicle. When Ariana's car was towed,
They didn't put a sticker or warning or anything. They just took it.
the HOA declined to go on camera and would not answer any of our questions about their aggressive parking enforcement.
Oh, no.
But after I called the board and their lawyer, something did change.
Thank you.
Yo, it's my pleasure. Thanks for letting me help you guys.
You're welcome. I guess you just never give up hope.
After nearly a month, the Winfields got their car back without paying a cent.
Darcy Spears, you're amazing. You and your news team, thank you so much.
Thank you.
The board did send a statement saying our hearts go out to the Winfield family and their son's medical condition. They say they were unaware of the unique situation before the car was lawfully towed, and they're sorry for the inconvenience to the family while enforcing the association's parking rules and restrictions.
The board also says it's working to reasonably accommodate future parking needs for the Winfields and other residents in similar situations. We have their full statement on our website at ktnv.com. Darcy Spears, 13 Action News. Old heartless
Yay,
and
hold on,
humane.
yay.
That's how.
Yay, they got their car back, but hey, guess what? They just see what you see how they smooth that over. We gonna bring the Winfields their car back. But yeah, that little black girl, we gonna keep towing. We gonna tow your car every day at them. 4 times in a day if we catch your car over there, little black girl. We told you to get that little ragamuffin off the street. I don't care if your daddy come over here and see your little your little future stepmama. We gonna tow that. Oh, Winfield. Oh yeah, we just see the disabled boy. Hey man, yeah, get them their car back. But you little black, look, you black folk. I don't care if I catch a bike outside that daggone driveway, we gonna tow it. We gonna tow it. See y'all, but y'all think it's a game? Y'all think it's a game? Come on, man. If you catch a bike outside that thing, man, you know what I mean? But yo, I want to talk about my man in American Negro News said. He said, I appreciate homeowners associations because it prevents people from parking on the grass, which is true. Painting their house a Caribbean color. Damn, it's true. Grilling on the front lawn. And motherfuckers drying their laundry on the fork punch. Who the hell be doing all of that shit? But I can understand you. Yeah, it does control that. It do control that. You know what I mean? I mean, you be like, who the hell gonna dry their damn laundry on the front? You know. And like I said, but you know, my thing is that's the gifts and the curse. That's the goods about it. See, when you get into the home, this is what they going, you know, this is the American Negro News break. He gonna pitch that to you. He's gonna say, hey guys, you want to be in a homeowners association, all the houses are gonna look great. They're gonna be well manicured, and you know, everything's gonna be just great. All right, that's what we're looking at, right? That's the pitch. Cookie cutter neighborhood, HOA, right? That's it. That's what we're looking at. You know, but my question is like I said, yeah, this is very true. You know, this is very true. This happens all the time. But what happens when they overstep? What happens when they overstep and they become tyrants? We can't admit that happens, right? We can't admit that homeowners associations do have the power to overstep and become tyrants. We've seen the situations over and over again. We've seen people that we know have these problems with the HOA, and it's like, wow, we don't really say much about it. We don't have much to say about it, but this is like, man, I haven't heard people talking about this. You think you own a home? You think owning a home means you can do whatever you want to do? All right, if you want to change your shutter color, you change your shutter color. If you want to redo your roof, you say, you know what, this time, you know, when I got the house, I had red shingles. I'm gonna go ahead and go black and change the house to black. You know, so yeah, so because you know, I'm gonna change the whole thing with the house. It's gonna be black with white trim, black roof, white trim. They're gonna like, whoa, you bought the house and the roof was red. Yeah, I just kind of want to change it. Maybe a nice even color. Yeah, that color ain't approved. Damn. And see, those are the small things. See, what happens when they completely overstep their boundaries?
Through on a situation we first told you about back in May. A local firefighter contacted
Pay
us
attention to
claiming
this.
an HOA was making the process of buying her dream home
You can't even
difficult.
buy it.
Well, since that story aired, over a dozen people who live in that same community have reached out to us with similar concerns.
A converted garage, an HOA interview, and an email dispute.
I don't think someone should have enough power to prevent you from buying a home.
Back in May, that's what Shantasia Stevenson told us was keeping her from closing on a home in the townhomes at Wexford Community.
Previously, the townhome had a violation.
Yeah, Did you know? Did you know that they can even stop your ass, your black ass, from even buying a daggone house in the damn community? They can say, nope, no house for you. No. Now, mind you, does it have to be, look, they're not going to come right out and say what it is. Because at this point, I think HOAs do this to everybody. But the problem is, did you know that they can stop the sale of a house based on something that they see isn't right inside the house? Oh, yeah, it was, well, I'll let them explain.
Due to the garage. The garage had been converted into a room. After that, the seller was made aware of this, so the seller converted the garage back. So they converted the garage back, and then I had the interview. Even though there was no more violations, the HOA president ordered a new estoppel letter stating that the garage had been converted, even though it had already been converted back.
Stevenson contacted us because neither she nor the seller could get the HOA president to commit to re-inspecting the home.
The title company said that I had to have a letter of approval from the HOA to close on the home.
Instead, lawyers got involved.
Stevenson provided email exchanges from March 27th and April 2nd that includes the HOA president, her realtor's office, and the community association. The group goes back and forth about missed inspection dates and miscommunication about rescheduling. At one point, Stevenson's realtor calls the back and forth nonsense and says she will share her concerns about the process with the city. The HOA president responds by accusing that realtor of threatening to defame the board. By the time our story aired, Stevenson had pulled out of the deal, but that report proved to be just the beginning. Since the story aired in May, more than a dozen people who own or owned property in that community have contacted ABC Action News.
I was never notified of the violation.
There are people like Isoraida Lorenzo, who tried to sell that home to Stevenson. She lives in South Carolina and says she had no idea that converting her garage violated the HOA's bylaws.
The garage was converted again within days of being alerted to the issue. I hired an attorney, and for a month and a half, 2 months, I could not convince them to do an inspection of that property.
But once Stevenson withdrew her offer, she says things changed.
I actually spoke with my realtor, and we worked to find a cash buyer that could assume the violation, which turned out to be unnecessary, because after he interviewed that cash buyer, within days, he was willing to inspect the home, clear the violation, and provide a clear estoppel. And that left me with a loss of $20,000 on the home.
And Lorenzo says she's now weighing her legal options.
I checked with my attorney, and I do have a case for it. So that's something that I'm considering. I can sue them for damages for the difference in what I sold my home for.
And the concerns didn't stop there.
I end up going to the pool barbecue. Now I'm going to court.
Rodney Scott also contacted ABC Action News. Court documents accuse him of hosting a barbecue last Labor Day at the community pool, violating the HOA bylaws. But
Now this is a little different. They say, hey, you think you get some amenities? Yeah, the amenities might be gone. And see, Miss Jill said, why would she even want to continue to try to close on that home? Well, the thing is, she fell out. The white lady, Miss Lorenzo, was the one who was buying the house. She was the one, that was buying the house. She was selling it. She's selling it. The buyer's gone. But what happened is the HOA basically took so long on the inspection, she had to get the cash buyer. The cash buyer, they went ahead and inspected it. Like she said, at the end of the day, I ended up losing I didn't need a cash buyer. I ended up losing $20,000 on this damn thing. The cash buyer was offering me $20,000, way less than what this girl, the black girl, would have offered me. But I couldn't sell to the black girl because the people was dragging their feet on re-inspecting. I got it done quickly. I was trying to do it. And what happened? She lost $20,000, all because of what? The HOA. She bought an investment property at the HOA. It's not just about staying. You're at people's whim when you get an investment property at inside a homeowners association. I mean, this can be very problematic, especially to your investment. Might cost you a lot of money. Now, you go see my man trying to have a little barbecue out. Well, I think it's a little barbecue. I'm going to let him explain exactly what it was. Around the pool, by the crib, this what they tell you? Yeah, HOA got something to say about that, partner. You and your black friends need to get the fuck off of our pool and don't be throwing any barbecue with your homies.
He says all he did was gather with neighbors who offered him food.
And then I see people coming up to the pool area, and we just talking, mingling, talking about the community, talking about life. And next thing I know, I get an email saying I violated some pool rules. I'm like, I didn't know we had them because I didn't seen people previous going to eating food, having drinks, having parties.
The HOA is asking a judge to bar Scott from hosting parties with food and beverages by the pool. And they also want him to pay the HOA's legal fees in this case.
after renting for years at this point, 4 or 5 years, there was a change, right?
We also spoke with Ngozi Eze, who says she's been locked in a lengthy legal battle over tenants.
Around 2023 is when we suddenly found that there was an issue in regards to my tenants.
Their tenants, she said, were trying to renew their lease. The HOA claims she didn't give them a 30-day heads up before moving her tenants in, as outlined in the community bylaws. And in
Oh yeah, you think that, look, that's the thing. You know, you drawing up leases, trying to get the apartment rented. You in there working. I know how it is. You go in there and turn it. You go in there, you paint it up real nice. You see, these are nice little townhomes right here. These are nice little townhomes, one garage, kind of uniform. You kind of might have been your little starter thing. Baby girl get married. Then, you know, you might move in with your husband and y'all keep this as a little investment property. Baby, say we can rent mine out. All right, let's go ahead and rent it out. You rent it out, you find, and boom. Damn, now you got some stuff with the HOA involved in it. Is this a good investment, guys? Is this a good investment? Is this a good investment, or should this be cheaper? Should homes in the HOA be cheaper, or should homes in the HOA be more expensive? Because, like I said, look at the lawn, well manicured. Look at all the row homes, the townhouses are the same. These are nice neighborhoods, right? You talking about some of them gated communities, right?
the end, her tenants were forced to move out.
I was instructed that my tenants were to vacate, which they did within 2 weeks of the request by the HOA board.
Damn, so she got her tenants, they made her tenants get out. Man, that's messing with your money, man. That boy, that's messing with your bread.
To vacate.
But she says things didn't end there.
And unfortunately, as a result, a lawsuit was hurled against me, both for my tenants and also for the barbecue.
It's the same bar.
Wow, okay. So, of course, because the tenants had to leave and didn't have nowhere to go, of course, they're pissed off. They think they got a spot. You know, man, y'all know how stressful that is. You try to find somewhere to go. You find a nice, quiet neighborhood. You good with the landlord. We popping. Everything come. Welcome, little barbecue. You know what I mean? And nah, you and your tenants got to get out. Now, this barbecue must have been big, but whatever. You and your tenants got to roll. You and your tenants got to be up out.
Barbecue, Rodney Scott was accused of hosting. The HOA also filed a notice of lawsuit on her property, which could impact a future sale of her home. Eze has filed to dismiss both the lawsuit and that notice.
It was shocking, it's frustrating, and it's really confusing. Even now, I'm just wondering, how did we get here?
We took these homeowner concerns to local attorney Eric Appleton, who specializes in HOA law. And he said that if the community is unhappy enough, they may have grounds to remove the entire HOA board.
Basically, by petition, they can call a special meeting, or they can even just do a written petition to remove the board members from office and appoint replacement directors.
In the meantime, we have called and texted the HOA president and called and emailed the HOA's attorneys over the course of both investigations, but we have not heard back from the HOA president.
They the law. They ain't got to talk to y'all. Them people do what they want to do. See, this is what we found out about the HOA. They sick of them. Them niggas thought they was gonna have a barbecue out there. They gonna throw them new niggas who thought they was gonna have a barbecue and a couple old ones who thought they were gonna come by there and get a damn plate. Yeah, they did that. They said, look, you niggas think you gonna throw a barbecue at the homeowners in this neighborhood? Nah, nope, stop, Nick. Whoa. Come back. Nah. What you not gonna do is be throwing no barbecues up over here. Nah. Chill out. Chill your black asses out. You got you a little bit of money and you came up over here. But you gonna follow the rules there, boys and girls. You gonna follow the rules here. You know. Now, yeah, you thought you was gonna have your little barbecue by the pool, and I thought I smelled some of your ganja go up in the air, and I heard a little sexy red, and I thought I heard a little Dre. I heard a little dirty wine. Dre, I heard a little dirty wine over there. Dre, that sounded like that little Jamaican, but none of that. Dre, none of that. Don't take that off. We know what that is. That is not to be played in these neighborhoods. Don't be having no little barbecue by the pool over there. You know what I mean? You come in there with the flip-flops on and your shades on, you know what I mean? Hey, nah, you are not to be putting that on. Y'all look. All y'all look. Hey, Vic, I better not catch that harmonica out. I better not catch the harmonica out, and I better not catch no Anthony Hamilton playing. Vic, don't play with me. These HOAs, you think you own your damn house? They'll tell you right damn there, you better cut that shit off. You better not look. You think for 1 minute, you think you gonna end up around there play. You better not play Kendrick Lamar, not like us. I better not hear it coming out of nobody's car in this neighborhood. Who's not like you? Who? You know them all the Karens, you know where they be at. The Karens stay in the HOA. The Karens run the HOA. Y'all know the Karens run the HOA, man. Some wild Karens run the HOA. Y'all already know that. Come on, bro. I'm here to teach y'all today. I'm serious. Look, man. You know what I mean? Hey, I don't know. We on some grown man, grown woman stuff today. I don't know how many of y'all know anything. I don't know. Hey, I take it that a lot of y'all either own homes or have bought homes, have looked at homes in the home buyer search. You live in the HOA. You thought about going to an HOA, but you didn't. You was looking for an investment property, but it had an HOA, and you was like, nah. And you bought one in an HOA property, and you were like, man, I might want to sell. Or I like it because they keep an eye on my property that I don't have to keep an eye on. They gonna, you know what I mean? See, think about it. They gonna be cutting my grass for me. They might have Wi-Fi, bro. You know how much rent I can charge? You just gotta follow. Look, I'm already renting this out, right? I'm already renting this out. This could be a very kind of like a little management company. This could be a management company for you. Let's be honest. This could be, like I said, this could be a management company for you. And if you look at it like a management company for you, maybe you could use it as something like an investment property. You look at them like the management company. They're going to keep your grass cut, make sure you don't paint a certain way. It's easy to kind of conform to the neighborhood, But if your tenants do the wrong thing, that shit's on you. No fines coming when then you might have to pass the fine down to the tenant. I don't know how it works. Right? But see, what I'm gonna tell you, man, these homeowners associations, even though they provide some decent amenities, they also, my thing is, it's also something that's taking over the American landscape. And I think it's no way that you can be in this country around here and not know what a homeowner association can do, what is going to be required from you, because they just might put it in a deed contract. Oh, you a part of this homeowners association? No way, guys. Just welcome to the association, and they don't say much to you. Well, I got another story from you, bigger story. Take a look at this. What happened to this couple as we talk about the rise of homeowner associations across America.
%84 of newly built single-family homes sold in 2022 belong. belong to what's called a homeowners association, which are organizations that oversee properties in a community.
Certain local governments require almost all new construction to have an HOA.
They're rooted in the desire for municipalities to offload their responsibilities for taking care of things that you would normally associate with paying your taxes.
Homeowners associations provide value to owners.
But there's been a backlash to HOAs because of some homeowners' negative experiences.
When I first bought this house, I was very excited. Seemed like it was a very nice, cozy, close-knit community. Then it started turning into a horror story.
I'm a huge believer that, you do sign away your civil rights when you're signing into an HOA or a condo association.
It's a matter of personal preference. Some people like.
Whoa. Did y'all just hear what I just, yeah. I think I just heard that lady say you sign away your civil rights when you enter into a HOA agreement. Wow, never thought about it that way. That's very interesting. This is what I say is with the HOA, are we willing to give up our freedoms? Because think about that there.
Anchovies on their pizza and some don't. Some people really like living in homeowners associations. Others don't like it.
So why are HOAs so powerful? And do they make homes more valuable? Homeowners associations are run by a board of directors that's made up of volunteers who own property in the community. The HOA typically handles communal responsibilities, which can vary from managing amenities such as swimming pools to making sure property owners follow home maintenance rules. The board may hire a management company, which tend to be for-profit, to help run the day-to-day operations. Homeowners in the community pay into a fund for the HOA to have an operating budget. In the US, the typical home in an HOA pays between $200 and $300 per month in fees. HOAs have the authority to hand out fines to residents in the community that the association feels is not following the rules. Those fines may also accrue interest in some cases. The Innistrosas annual dues for their HOA in Noonan, Georgia is $200 per year, which is lower than the national average. So on paper, their HOA membership doesn't seem like that much of a financial burden, but that's not been their reality.
When we moved in,
There dues, there are fines. You paying this mortgage, right? There's dues, there's fines. You're paying this mortgage, right? You think it's all you got to do is pay your mortgage, your taxes, you keep upkeep of your home. Oh no. No. That's not it. That's not it. You got some other things you got to pay. Pay to them. And if you don't pay it to them, yeah. So understand, they're going to talk about this couple. You see, nice home, pay attention to it. You see that home, nice home, nothing special. That was the American dream home, I would say, starting in the early 2000s. That was the home, the American dream home, the one that everybody wanted. If you were around, you know what I'm talking about. This was like the house in like the early 2000s to get. 2-car garage, 2-3 story, 4 to 5 bedroom, new construction, corner lot fence. These subdivisions are what people were aiming for, I would say, about 20 years ago. This is what they were all aiming for. I remember seeing a lot of black folks going after these homes in the late 90s, early 2000s, especially when these homes were just built. All right. Nice home, half brick, half siding, So, yeah, I remember a lot of people going after these homes. You know what I mean? Hey, Renee, though. HOA violation list add up to 2575. Yeah, they hit you with the big bucks. They hit you with the big bucks. So hey, you might meet somebody. Say you meet Renee. Hey, Renee, what's going on? Oh, yeah, I own the home. Oh, yeah, what's going on? Shoot, we can do it. Oh, yeah, it's over there in the HOA. Oh, shoot. Oh, yeah. You better deal with that HOA. Trust me. It is what it is. But yeah, we're going to get back to this. Like I said, nice little home. They bought it in 2008 in a nice little neighborhood. They kept it up, and they didn't know. Homeowners Association just kind of pop up. Oh, what's up? By the way,
per year, which is
some
lower than the
dues.
national
Oh,
average.
some
So
money.
on paper, their HOA membership doesn't seem like that much of a financial burden, but that's not been their reality.
When we moved in 2008, we found out that there was a balance that was attached to the home because it had been sitting in the community, and they were fining us for that balance and late fees and any other type of fines that they would put onto the home for lawn care or anything. All of that was attached to this home when we moved in.
From 2000.
Whoa, did you know? Did you know? Did you know? Did you know? Did you know that you can sign on the home, not have no idea you're buying the home? You think about this. You don't see any of this before you actually sign the deed. You don't see any of this. You don't, you know what I mean? Because the homeowners association ain't in the paper saying, oh yeah, by the way, when you buy this home, because we've been upkeeping everything, you owe us about $7-8 grand already. You already $7-8 grand into this house because the other people sold it. Oh, and it ain't our fault. You just found it. You know what I mean? Like it's not our fault that you just found it. What you want us to do? You want us to be met? Oh, so you what? Hold on. So you want us to eat the cost for that? We ain't eating the cost for that. You buy the home, you buy the lawn care because that house been sitting for 2 years. And we ain't paying. Yeah, we paid them, but we paid them and you owe us, motherfucker. Oh, hold on. We didn't buy the house free and clear. Oh, yeah, you bought the house, but you owe us, motherfucker. Yeah, you bought the lawn care from before you bought it. Because it's been sitting here and you buy it, I'm gonna need all that up off of you. Dang, yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah. They own your ass. What you thought?
2014, we tried getting in contact with the HOA and we never had a reply from them. And we just kept trying and
oh, hold on. Can't believe I did that. Hitting too many buttons up here, man. You know what I mean? Hitting too many buttons up here. I'm doing too many things at one time. But yeah, if you ain't know, if you didn't know, yeah, they definitely can do that. You know what I mean? They definitely can do that. They definitely have the power to go back and say, oh, yeah, the fees that were incurred before you moved in are now your fees. You know what I mean? They're now your fees. You know what I mean? But see, hey, Prime, I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of these people didn't know it was this bad. All right. I mean, how well have you read through your bylaws? A lot of this stuff, the people just don't enforce it until you get a tyrant, until you get a Karen in your neighborhood who look through the bylaws and say, we don't have any cars with, you know, with 5% tint on it. And I think Prime has 5% tint on his BMW. Get that BMW out of here. Yeah. Oh, you didn't know it was a 5% tint in the bylaws. Prime, you know you didn't read the booklet, Prime. Jones said that booklet, her booklet, 500 pages. You know what I mean? Look, it's been some 7. Look, Prime, you already know, Prime. They probably are a rule in there that you can't have no daggone tent over daggone 5%. And your BMW hit, bro. Tell the truth. Your BMW hit, you done for. You done for. You already done for, bro. It's cool. You know. But yeah. Let's listen what these people did to what they did to them though. About these expenses that they accrued before they got in.
Attached to this home when we moved in.
From 2008, 2014, we tried to get in contact with the HOA and we never had a reply from them. And we just kept trying and no answer.
By August 2015, the HOA put a lien on the Inestrozas' home. In the court documents, the HOA said the Inestrozas owed more than $1,600. A lien is when a party has a legal claim to an asset, such as a home, which can serve as collateral to satisfy unpaid debt.
They put a lien on your house over 1,657. Like, this seems like a small amount to me. $1,600 all of a sudden a liens on my house because I got a $1,600 bill to you guys when I try to call and figure out. They're like, oh yeah, half of this stuff is from, but they ain't even told them nothing. They said from 2008, 2014, they ain't told me nothing. I can't get up with them. They get up with me whenever they feel like it. But just to be like, oh yeah, you owe me. Yeah, owe me back like you owe your rent. Owe me back like it's money I spent. You know, pay me back. Okay? Pay me back. Owe me back like it's money I spent. This is what I'm trying to say. This is what what are we to do here? What are you to do when you buy a house in your homeowners association? Tell you, oh yeah, by the way, you owe us fees from past owner stuff in the past lot.
Can open the door to the HOA escalating to the next level of debt collection, such as foreclosing on the home or, in the Inestrozas case, garnishing wages.
In mid-2015, they started garnishing my wages. The first time I learned of that was when I got my first paycheck that they garnished. I didn't get any prior notice. I got a notice 2 weeks after.
Even though the HOA was collecting.
Did you know? Did you know that HOAs can garnish your paychecks? I bet y'all didn't know that. I bet y'all didn't know that the HOA has the power to garnish your paycheck. If you think you're not going to pay them. I don't even know if your mortgage company can do that. They started garnishing this lady paycheck. Yeah, bro, I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all think this is a game. They started garnishing this lady paycheck. Right? They started garnishing this lady's paycheck because of some money she owed on her HOA. So you would think like, okay, well, if they're going to garnish her paycheck, then obviously now she just going to pay it down and just keep her home, right? Not necessarily. Because there's fees incurred with garnishing your paycheck now. This shit is nuts.
From Jules' paycheck, invoices filed with the court showed they were adding fines rather than deducting from the overall balance. By December 2016, the HOA said the Inestrozas owed more than $4,300.
It went from $1,653 to over $4,300, and her paycheck is getting garnished. Yes, the HOA can do this to you. Look, the HOA can do this to you. Y'all play games. See, Prime say what? The HOA. All right, Prime. When they start garnishing you, when they go in your bank account and you be like, what the hell? Oh yeah, your HOA took that up out of there. Hold on. Hey man, HOA said fuck you, man. He smacked the shit out of you. Shut the fuck up and give us our money. That won't your money. It's ours now. Big nuts, nigga. Do something. Or move out. What you gonna do? Yeah. Yeah. You think? Yeah. I'm telling you. It's like, man, shoot. But the HOA is like your daddy. You staying at the house with your daddy, man. Your daddy walk in the house, hey man. Hey, you owe me for cutting that grass and shit while you was gone. What? Hold on, what you talking about, Pops? Oh yeah, it's like you left. Oh no, I won't live here. Yeah, it don't matter. You owe me money for cutting that grass while you were gone. I added the shit up. That shit added up for about $1,600 on my $1,600, nigga. What? Oh yeah, don't worry about it. No, I'm just gonna take that shit up straight up out your account, nigga. Yeah, the HOA is your daddy. That's how they treat you. They go into your check and then add money. How you go into your check and then they go from $1,600 to $4,300? HOA.
In 2016, I decided to go into debtor's court. My attorney and the HOA's attorney came to an agreement that I would pay $3,200. We paid in installments, and we finally paid that off in January of this year.
But it seemed like never got to the management or the homeowner situation. Just adding fines and adding interest. That's all they was doing.
So they were still saying that I owed almost $8,000, while my attorney and their attorney agreed on $3,000 something.
The Inestrosas estimate that they've paid about $12,000 in fines and garnished wages to the HOA, along with thousands of dollars in legal fees to their own attorneys. The latest invoice they received on August 18th, 2023 says they still hold a balance.
Even after paying $12,000, they're still saying that we owe them $8,000.
After the past, 23, after the past 10 years. About 10 years, yeah.
CNBC reached out to Homeowners Management LLC for comment and received automated responses directing us to contact the current management company as of August 2023. A representative from the current management company, Century Management, told CNBC, because it just became the management company for this community in the last couple of months, Century has little ability to comment on historical facts regarding the Inestrosas case. The former director of the HOA board, who oversaw the association from 2020 until her resignation in October 2023, declined CNBC's request for comment. The attorneys representing the HOA board did not respond to CNBC's repeated requests for comment. Jessica Navas and Matt Bazzone, who are also homeowners in the subdivision, began investigating their HOA.
I started to have this feeling that there was something odd about the HOA.
Now, mind you, these people are from the same neighborhood. These people are from the same neighborhood. I want you to understand that. So the Inestrosas, they just been there from 08-14 chilling, and man, old girl getting her daggone check garnished. Bruh, they bills are going through they Joan is going through the roof. Like I said, how do your shit damn near triple when your check is getting garnished? They keep putting these fines and fees and telling you beforehand, and shit just spiraling out of control. Spiraling out of control. You know what I mean? What do you do? Because you thinking like, well, shit, hell, if I'm garnished, obviously I don't need, obviously I'm getting garnished, so I don't need to pay him. I'm already paying him. Ain't that what you're thinking? Ain't that what you're thinking? Well, yeah, I don't know. So here, these two right here, these two are supposed to be, homeowners in the community, which, hey, if they say they say they just homeowners, y'all. I don't know. They say they just homeowners. Let's see.
During the pandemic.
They discovered a history of at least 25 foreclosures in the community over the past 15 years.
Just one house can have a record between 2 to 3 foreclosures within that time frame.
If Jessica hadn't just took the initiative to go to everyone in the community that she knew were homeowners, we never would have known any of this, because all we did was basically go to work, come home, raise our children, that's it. And we never knew that anybody else was going through this, because for the longest I felt like, is it just me?
I feel like HOA could be a positive thing when the community work together, keeping our houses looking good and good for property value.
A big part of an HOA sales pitch is that the presence of the organization can help increase property values.
The board is responsible for protecting property values. For most people in the United States, the single biggest investment they're ever going to make.
There's mixed evidence about whether this is true. A 2019 study found that on average, HOA homes cost at least 4% more than non-HOA homes. That comes out to an extra $13,500.
Now, is it worth it? Because y'all know me. The first thing I think about is having somebody to manage my property, access to a pool, maybe cut my grass, maybe be in the community. Is that worth $13,500? See, that's why I asked, would you live in an HOA for 25% off? Because you're sacrificing your freedom. You're sacrificing your freedom. Everybody has a cookie cutter house. We know. But like I said, leave your trash on that corner too long. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Your ass is grass. We know that. So, 13.5. At least that's how much more that it costs to stay in the HOA area versus a non-HOA area.
But those property values can vary significantly by location. A different 2019 analysis of 3 U.S. cities found that the home values in HOA areas were less than those in neighborhoods without them. The industry.
Oh, no. Let's look at this. What? Oh, so now the home value in HOA are less than non-HOA? Well, as of right now, they are. Because I think some people are starting to become against HOAs. You know, like I said, especially if you've experienced these stories, if you've seen them, if you've seen how they, do you see how they do? Hey, so hold on, Renee, you made it a deal. You said forget that. You said forget that. I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. I'll go ahead and get up out of here, man. They'll get an extra couple thousand out of you every year. They'll get a couple extra thousand up out of you every year, man. So, hey, I don't know. But the home value for a non-HOA is better than an HOA right now. Who would have thought?
That the home values in HOA areas were less than those in neighborhoods without them. The Inostroza's property value has increased between the time they bought it in 2008 following the housing crash to 2023.
I don't think that HOA has anything to do with our
Yeah,
property value going up.
Come on.
I feel
Anything
with
you
the
buy in
HOA,
2008.
the management company don't increase the property value. They're just there as a ploy. The community that increase the value of the property.
HOAs can also be necessary in order to manage shared amenities or land, which can be a value add for homeowners.
Now look at that beautiful neighborhood. Don't y'all like, see, I know y'all like to stay. See, it's just like saying said it. I want to stay in the cookie cutter neighborhood. She over in Nightdale. You know what I mean? So, I know how it is over there. The trees look like this in the neighborhoods, the roofs, you fly over it looks so nice, and oh my God. All the houses are the same, and nauseating. But, sometimes it's a gated community, but all you need is that one Karen to get in there. And once again, I will say your ass is, like I said again, grass.
homeowners.
There are associations out there that handle all the landscaping. Even though you may own your lot, the association cuts the grass and they do all the landscaping. So is that a cost saving? Sure.
Management companies can help a community function smoothly, especially when a board of volunteers needs assistance.
One large company will manage 20 or 30 or 40 HOAs in a region, and they tend to have it down to a science. They know how to deal with trash pickup, they know how to deal with yard maintenance, they know how to deal with complaints, they have their fines and their enforcement down to a science.
Relying too much on a property management company is going to cause problems, and relying too much on the homeowners to run their own association is also going to cause problems.
The management company and the manager are simply a contractor to carry out the board's direction. They may handle all of that routine activity on behalf of the board, but those folks who live in the community and volunteer remain the decision-making authority. The board in that situation is still responsible. They are still the fiduciary. They are legally and financially responsible for the decision-making in that community.
I think that there are times and places for HOAs, and I think that they could be positive, but the abuse negates that benefit.
A lot of people have trouble thinking of community associations as a business, even though statutorily, in many cases, they are. You have to think about it like running a business. At the same time, you have to think about it from the perspective of a...
Now, when you think of HOA, do you think business? Well, you might want to start thinking business from here on out. When you think HOA, homeowners association, business. That means probably for profit. That means they in it to make it. Don't get it twisted.
Group of investors who all have this shared goal of making sure their investment's safe.
Investors.
And nobody's quite sure how to do that. And when you bring in an outside advisor to help run your organization, those people's goals are not the same as the goals of the people who made the initial investment.
Professional involvement in HOAs is increasing, with the for-profit homeowner association industry growing to $38 billion. Jessica and Matt have been fighting for more transparency about where their HOA fines are going.
We had 4 months of pulling teeth. We wanted a general ledger, but they gave us a balance sheet and a budget.
We contracted a forensic auditor, CPA. It is very concerning to see that the amount of income that they're receiving is coming from these particular aspects: fines, citations, collection, legal fees. And her recommendation was remove the board, freeze the account, get access into the bank account. The numbers don't align with each other.
In most cases, association management companies charge a flat fee for their management services for the association each month. They're not getting a share of the proceeds. That's not how they're compensated.
If we didn't have a management company, we wouldn't have to be dealing with these different problems that we're having. Basically, they're just milking the community.
The Inostroza's experience with their HOA highlights some patterns seen across the country when it comes to how much power HOAs have. 57% of homeowners polled disliked living in an HOA, with more than 3 in 10 homeowners saying they feel like the HOA has too much power.
People need to understand how much power a board of directors has. Governments are giving the power of the municipality to these communities.
They act as
Now that's another thing I want you to pay attention to. Your local government is saying, we'd rather the homeowners association deal with it. We don't want to deal with it. You think we want to deal with this, man? We don't want, look, no. Talk to your homeowners association. We're going to let them deal with it at the same time. You know, you still going to pay us money for the basic stuff we supposed to do, but your homeowners association going to take care of it now. Ain't that strange? Ain't that strange?
hyper-local governments, and in many ways supersede all the other laws that exist when you sign into a covenant that runs with the land.
Covenants is shorthand for Covenants, Conditions, and Restrictions, or CC&Rs. These are documents that outline the HOA board and homeowners' rights and obligations. A homeowners association usually enacts the CC&Rs, as well as the bylaws that outline procedural matters, when it's incorporated by the subdivision developer.
The board, in the beginning, is controlled by the developer. So it starts out as a board of people that are paid on behalf of the developer to operate that community. And it transitions 100% of the time. In some cases, it takes years. In other cases, it might only take 1 or 2 years to a set of volunteers.
Homeowners who have disputes with their HOA say they have trouble getting help from official government channels.
I have personally contacted the city officials. None of them want to get involved in the HOA.
There are only 7 states that have an office of HOA ombudsman: Colorado, Delaware, South Carolina, Florida, Illinois, Nevada, and Virginia. However, the ombudsman.
Why y'all think that? Why is that? All right. It's only 7 states that even have these offices. All right, the government, they're not gonna really help you with your dispute with the HOA. They're offloading a lot of their responsibilities onto the HOA. See, is this all a racket? See, is this all a racket for the local governments to say, yeah, our hands is off that. Now we can take y'all money and they can kind of control y'all and what y'all should and shouldn't do. We don't do that. We give the power to homeowners associations in these subdivisions. We'll let them control you. That's the ultimate form of local government. Y'all talking about running for mayor. Mayor ain't got no control over it, man. You want to run for something, run for the president of the homeowners association. Run for the president of the homeowners association. You have more power there.
Office is usually not very well funded, and they have limited jurisdiction over the types of complaints they can take. And in some cases, that's all the ombudsman office can do is take your complaint. They can't even take an active role in investigating or resolving the complaint.
As far as the regulation goes, I think a lot of that regulation is predetermined. So in other words, there's already laws that are set up in place. And so inherently, they're already being regulated that way. And of course, you've got the court systems for checks and balances in case you have a disagreement within your homeowners association.
I think that education is really key to these communities. I mean, they need to know that there's nobody that's going to help them, that in a lot of cases, civil court is the only answer. So you can't even take some of these communities to small claims court.
There's really a very limited number of scenarios where a court can say that something that's binding in your covenants is not valid.
Lawmakers in several states, such as Texas, North Carolina, and Florida, have introduced policies to address some of the issues homeowners have been raising. But it's been...
Now, see, now we got to pass laws against homeowners associations. Now you have, like I said, now, you have to fight laws against homeowners associations or what they have to notify you about, in terms of what they can and what they cannot do. Because if you don't, you might be in a situation like this. They have to limit it.
Been met with backlash from the professional management industry.
There's always going to be a wide variety of perspectives and concerns. So no solution, no bill, no piece of advocacy is ever going to garner 100% support from everyone. We try to find the best middle ground that makes sure the association runs effectively and people's investments are protected.
As of right now, change has to happen at the grassroots level, with homeowners fighting through the court system as well as through voting for a board they feel represents them. Matt was elected president of the board in October 2023.
So these are your new officers. Thank you very much.
I did the oath when I became a natural.
I told you, bro, you better become president of the homeowners association board. You bet look, that right there gonna give you more power than you have more power over that neighborhood than the mayor got. Telling y'all.
As a citizen, it was my duty. And regardless of my economical condition, I have to fight for them.
I would feel bad, selling this home to someone else, especially if they don't know what's been going on in the neighborhood. And I feel like I would probably just be like, hey, look, I don't think you want to move in this neighborhood. You may want to think about it.
And see, that's my point. Do you think the HOA ain't gonna tell you that? If you don't meet the previous owners, you really not gonna get the T on the HOA. Let's be honest. And the previous owners, you know what I mean? The previous owners might not even put you on game because they trying to sell the house. Man, whatever, man. Look, that the HOA, they damn problem. I'm just trying to unload this motherfucker. Why would I tell them not to buy the house? Because of the HOA. That makes entirely no damn sense. That makes entirely no damn sense. You know what I mean? That right there makes entirely no damn sense. Come on now. You already know. You know what I mean? You already know. Come on. It just, if you trying to unload the house, you damn sure not gonna tell them motherfuckers. Fuck that. I'm not gonna tell you nothing. Why would I tell you? I ain't telling you. Shit, I ain't telling you nothing. Because I want the house to go. So, hey, you know, one thing we need to understand about these homeowners associations is that they have just as much power as sometimes your local government. And this is a layer that you know, that I would say a lot of times sometimes, do you really need to have it? That's my question. This is my question now. Is this a necessary evil to have? Is this something that's a necessary evil to have? You know what I mean? Is this something that's necessary? Is this something that we need to have? Is this something that, you know what I mean, that we need to, that, hey, you know what I mean, this is something that we need to have. I don't think this is something that we need to have. I don't think the homeowners association itself is something that, you know, like I said, I see some people saying, hey, it's beneficial. Yeah, it's beneficial. It's beneficial. I can see, you know, some people saying, hey, it's a beneficial, it's a need, it's a need that we need to have. You know what I mean? It's beneficial, you know. It's something that keeps us safe. It's something that keeps us safe. You know what I mean? But does it really? Does it really? This is my question. Does it really? Does it actually keep you safe? You know what I mean? Does it actually, you know, is it actually something that's safe to, you know, is it worth the price? This is my thing. Is it really worth the price? You know, is it really worth it? Is it really worth, you know, is it really worth, you know, the extra headache? Is it really worth it? You know, you know, I would say in my experience, I don't think that it is. I don't think that it is, but that's just me. Some of you guys might say, oh, no, it's worth it, Mufasa. It's worth it. It's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth it. Right? It's definitely worth it. You know, like I said, it's definitely worth it. Renee says it's not necessary. You know, it's not necessary. But see, hey, let's say Sin says that she would rather live in one. All right. In a way, yes. It's one of those things you don't think you do till the neighbors don't mow their yards. Yeah. You might have to deal with that. You know, luckily you get in the neighborhood where people care about their grass and care about their property. Well, they'll cut their grass without, you know, because most people have to cut their yards anyway. You know, most people have to cut their yards anyway. You know, you just hope they get on a regimen where it just doesn't get too high. Most people who, you know, now I don't stay in the HOA neighborhood. But it's like, yeah, for the most part, if you get a pretty decent non-HOA neighborhood, they'll cut their grass. They cut their grass too. They cut their grass too. You know, they cut their grass too. Because like I said, I mean, you know, now, like I said, now the car thing, maybe. But, you know, the whole purple paint thing, yeah, it just depends on who your neighbors are. It just depends on who your neighbors are, you know. But, you know, do you want to live in a neighborhood where you have the freedom to paint your house purple if you damn well please? Or you want to live in a neighborhood where if you got a pot on a unapproved flower pot on your porch, you getting fined $300? Which one you want? I mean, it's kind of like a catch-22. It's a catch-22. You know, it's one of them things that I would just say, just be careful and understand what you're getting into, you know, if you're dealing with a HOA.
The homeowners association, communities where you buy a house that was built by a developer, everybody has monthly fees that have to be paid to live in this community. If someone doesn't make the payments, that HOA has the same rights as a mortgage company. And so the HOAs, a lot of the times, they'll be more aggressive to hit them for the notice of default and tell them, hey, if you don't pay us, we're going to auction your house off. And they have the rights. You just have to know that you have to pay everything that's on that property. Mortgage, property taxes, HOA lien. So you have to know how much is all of that balanced together and what is the property value.
So all right, now I want you to pay attention to that. All right, because not only do you have to make sure that that the mortgage is paid on time, that your property taxes are paid on time, but you better make sure that your HOA fees and anything HOA lien is paid to. Because guess what, people? If you're not necessarily sure, then yeah, all of a sudden this can become a sticky situation. Okay.
Of paying them. That's why a Greensboro woman made it a priority to pay hers on time. You can imagine her shock when she received a fine for not paying. Facing foreclosure, she asked Who Wants to Know's Kevin Kennedy to invest.
What? Facing foreclosure? Yes. If you didn't know, if you do not pay these HOA fees, HOA fines, yes, your house will be gone. Your house is in the wind. You don't own a house no more. It's another thing too. You thought that if you just paid the mortgage, the government would just let you. That what they told you? No. Yeah. Yeah, Yeah, Renee, somebody better tell them, man. Honey child, somebody better tell them. If you don't pay that garbage bill on time, that house can go into a lien. What? They got a house on my lien for my garbage? Yes. That's what they say. Yes. The HOA. You're the HOA. And guess what? They can make mistakes. They can even make mistakes. You know what I mean? They can even make mistakes like they did on my girl here in Greensboro. Let's listen to the mistake they made on her.
Investigate what went wrong.
If you've ever lived in a community with an HOA, you may feel like Delta Adams does.
Everything was good except for the property management company. The one before that was even worse, believe it or not.
Delta paying $150 a month for HOA dues, the payment automatically drafted from her bank account. So it was confusing when the HOA fined her for missing 3 payments.
Did it sound like she let the payment sit in? It was coming out of her bank account every month, $150. That's on top of your mortgage. That's on top of all your bills. You better give me $150. And the best thing for you to do is do it like you do that car insurance or anything else. You better bring it right up on out that account. Yeah. You better pay that. Pay that like you pay your mortgage. Yeah. Pay me. Don't play with me. Pay me. Because the HOA ain't playing no games.
I thought it was an error. At first, I was like, well, that's not right.
Delta, calling the management company, told it would investigate. She then received this letter. It threatened a lien on her home, foreclosure and legal fees if she didn't pay.
I didn't know what to do. I was stuck. I even went to like the headquarters of my bank.
Delta providing as much proof as she could that the dues were paid. Nothing seemed to help.
I got another letter saying they had closed my account and turned it over to the attorneys. And in order to reinstate it, I was going to have to go through the attorney's office. And in the meantime, it was still going to be collecting fees.
Obviously concerned.
Owe me back like you owe your rent. Owe me back like it's money I spent. Pay me back like when you shake it like that. Look, hey, look, you know, so they say what's your price. Yeah, don't play with me. You know what I mean? Like I said, just to back it up, you can hold this ice. Because homeowners say, associations say, yeah, now they say you owe me something. Oh, you got my bank account information. You've been pulling it out. We don't know nothing about that. You still owe me. Pay like your way. And you ain't like, baby.
Delta also frustrated.
I was very upset. Yes. And I was stuck at that point. I didn't know who to talk to or where to go.
Her mom giving her some advice. Call News 2. We called the management company. A couple of weeks later,
I finally got an email saying that my account had been cleared and reconciled and that I only had the payment due for the next month.
No more threats of foreclosure. Delta finally able to breathe.
It was just like a weight lifted off my shoulders.
Why this happened, Delta.
Now, mind you can be in your house paying in a clerical error with the HOA and have your house in foreclosure. Y'all think it's a game with these people, man, these HOA people. A clerical error can have your house in the foreclosure. Is that what you want? That what y'all trying to deal with? Y'all trying to deal with, you know, but y'all thinking about y'all grass being cut. Y'all think about y'all grass being cut. But y'all ain't thinking about that clerical error though. You want your grass cut so damn bad. You know what I mean? That now they trying to foreclose on your house. Like, what the hell? You crazy? Yeah, you thought you got everything. We added fines, we added this. You know, it just is what it is, sir.
Delta may never know, but it's over, and that's good enough. In Greensboro, Kevin Kennedy, 2 wants to know.
Yeah. So you sitting here thinking it's a game. This is the stuff you have to think about before you just become a homeowner, right? You can't just become a homeowner. Like I said, we talking about grown man be out of date, grown woman be out of date. You got to think about this when you become a homeowner. Think about the price. Think about what you're paying into. Think about the fees. Can you afford it? You know, you're gonna be doing this forever. And guess what? These fees are never going to go away. You can buy the house. The house can be bought and paid for, and the house is not bought and paid for. You see what I'm saying? You know, yeah, Yeah, you can buy the house and then all of a sudden look up and, oh, your house is paid off? Nah, not according to the homeowner association. See what happened when you miss 2-3 months of paying us. All of a sudden, your house is in foreclosure. All of a sudden. You think?
Moving out. And I said,
now, this one right here, this lady right here says, hey, I ain't even know I was in the homeowners association. I ain't even know I was in the homeowners association. Man, you know what? Yeah, Hink, I am about to drop it. Matter of fact, I'll drop it right quick for you, bro. Cause see, matter of fact, you one of these guys that can see that I kind of want to talk to about it, Hink. You know what I mean? Cause I know that you know about stuff like this, bro. You know what I mean? The homeowners association, man. You know. Shoot, man. Yeah, we come up. But yeah, man, we want to hear her story right quick. You know what I mean? Hear her story.
what do you mean? He says, well, I bought your house in an upset bid.
This was news to Rogers. She had already paid off her Pitt County home of 12 years.
So I kind of thought it was a joke.
But she soon found out this was no trick. Her home, valued at $413,000, was sold for just $221,000. It turns out her HOA foreclosed on her home 11 months ago, after it says Rogers didn't pay her dues.
Well, why didn't you pay the $1,400? What's your response to that?
That's all I hear. And I say, I would have if I known.
Rogers claims she had no idea she was in an HOA. She also says she got no notice of the debt or the foreclosure, or even of the sale.
No one ever came to your door. No one ever called you. No one ever sent you an email saying you owed this much.
No.
And she never signed the official papers.
The HOA never served her lawsuit papers. They just didn't do it. That is fatal.
The HOA never signed their lawsuit papers, but do you think the HOA still don't got their house? Look, bro, they got overarching powers in this thing, bro. I need y'all to understand. They got some overarching powers in this HOA. You better understand what you're getting into before you get into it with this. See, this is the due diligence you have to do when you come to purchasing a home. Because she did what was good. 12 years. Imagine you doing what's right for 12 years. All right, you doing what's right to the point, to the tune that you pay off your house. Ain't that nice? To the tune that you pay off your house. And now what? You know what? You know what? Now your house is in foreclosure and you got to roll. All because you didn't know or do the due diligence just to see if you was in a HOA. I mean, is that something that's something that we should be worried about? Is that something that, you know what I mean? I wouldn't say it's something to be worried about, that we should be worried about, but, you know, maybe they got to do a better job of, you know what I mean? What up, Hank? What's going on, brother?
What's up, everybody? Yeah?
Yeah. What's going on, man? Shoot, man, I know you know all about this, man. This the homeowner's tip, man. And
let me go on hand up, show respect to the show.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you, bro. But yeah, man, this is one thing, man. Man, kind of wanted to touch on was the HOA, the powers that it has. A lot of people don't really understand, the difference that the things that can come from HOAs. They understand the benefits, but it's some things that some things that can go on over there that also, like I know.
So, and you said it.
What's your thoughts on it, man?
No, I was gonna say you said it right. it depends on the HOA and what you about to get into, because some of them are good. You know what I'm saying? You got some good ones. So the neighborhood I live now, I got a good HOA. I lived in a bad neighborhood where they had a bad HOA.
Yeah.
But they got to disclose that before, doing normally doing with your realtor, he'll disclose that when he lets you know, that they do have an HOA, and they for sure have to let you know before at signing. So you're gonna know, and you should know, how much it's gonna be, whether you play yearly or twice a year, because I know ours is every 6 months. We have to pay ours.
Okay.
But yeah, of course it's right off on your taxes. So that's not too much of a problem. But make sure you know all the rules and regulations before you get into it. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, what you think is your rental property on the HOA? What do you think about an investment property on the HOA?
No.
That's one way.
Ain't
That's
no
one
way
thing I
I'm
wanted to ask you. That's what I say. Look, would you do like an investment property on the HOA? Or that's a big no-no. That's a big no-no.
Yeah, I wouldn't encourage nobody to do that. I definitely wouldn't encourage nobody to do that, because when you rent a property, I don't think you want to be dealing with is property tax, and that's it. That's you don't want to be dealing with the HOAs and have to do certain things, and especially you got tenants who may not always do everything within the HOA rules. You know what I'm saying? They may have get-togethers. Some of them, if you have get-togethers, you can't have a bunch of cars parked, especially in your grass. Like I said, the first one I was dealing with, you couldn't have cars parked in your yard. You couldn't have so many cars in your driveway. You couldn't have a boat or a that's longer than your house, and it's got to be on the side of your driveway. But if it's longer than your house, it would be a problem. A mobile home, that was another thing.
RVs and stuff like that.
Yeah, man. I said, this is crazy, man. And your house front, they all the same. None of them are different. I wanted to have an individual look to my house, and they wouldn't let you. Pretty much the colors. Your landscape has to be pretty much the same. That's like the nightmares of the HOAs that nobody should have to deal with, but some people have to deal with that. There's no way I would recommend a rental property with an HOA, man, because you have too many issues that you have to deal with. So,
all right. So, in your opinion, renting in the HOA, no. Living in the HOA, yes, or just it's up to you, or you better depend on the HOA. Because I see some horror stories out here, Hank.
Yeah, if you could, but you don't know it's a good HOA until you get there. I mean, you could.
I know nobody gonna tell you.
Yeah, you could probably talk to some neighbors and maybe if you got some friends that live in that neighborhood, or you can, if they would have an honest conversation. Hey, I heard this HOA. What do you think of the HOA over here? Do they work with you? Are they pretty reasonable? Do they harass you? Is it one of those type of things? So
yeah.
You got to learn the rules and regulations of it. That's very important before you even move in, because you don't want to, make that investment and then all of a sudden they're anal and you can't abide by none of the rules they give, and you just gonna be going back and forth with them every day. That's not good. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, yeah. Well, I'll say this, man. Me personally, I'd rather not deal with an HOA. I'd just rather not deal with one. Just because, like I said, just the rules, and God knows, man. If you put, I've just seen a lot of horror stories of things you can and cannot do. As is in an HOA, and it made me feel like you really don't own your house. Because my thing is, you buy and own a house to be able to make your decisions and put your stamp on your house and decide what you want to do with it. Now I'm buying a house which is costing me the same as it would, if not more than a regular house. And now they have all of these rules and regulations of what I can and can't do to the own house in which I'm paying good money for. And if I do them, or if I decide not to pay some dues or whatever, oh yeah, the house is gone. You have no recourse. You know, that's my only thing with this is like just the power that I think it gives. Like me personally, I'm one of them guys that want to keep as much freedom as possible. That's how I look at things. Like I like to keep freedom. No, we need to have freedom. We need to have the ability to do what we want to do. And people say, oh no, we need to all be cookie cutter and all of that. My thing is like, yeah, that can be the case for some spots. But why does 85% of all new developments have to be under this way? Like you basically can't even get a new development without getting in an HOA. You can't get into one.
But you know what? I tell you this: HOA is not good for younger couples or younger family because they want to do too much different stuff. They don't want to be. They want to be outside the norm. And if you're a traditionalist, an older type couple, you ready to go with the flow. You know what I'm saying? You'll just go with the flow. A younger couple, younger Hank couldn't adapt to these goddamn rules. I would have fought like hell on every goddamn, and I would have did it just to piss him off. Yeah. Now I'm a little more older, more calm, Mufasa, more laid back.
Yeah.
I ain't fighting them no more. I'm okay with it. But I also say this. The thing about the HOAs, they provide structure, and you ain't gonna have too much nonsense go on around the HOA. Because like you said, they'll put them fines on you. And people like, well, I ain't worried about no fine from no HOA. That's not that serious. Yeah, until they put a goddamn lien on your house. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden you look crazy when you're trying to sell your house or get out of your house or something like that. You can't do anything because you got all these fines and stuff holding over you, or lien holding over you. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing about the HOA. You notice how the neighborhood's a lot better, more upkept. So that's what makes it so special, and the property value is going to definitely be higher in an HOA compared to the ones not in HOA. The houses you get more for your buck too. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, usually the HOAs are in good area towns, good neighborhoods. You ain't gonna see no HOA in the hoods. You don't have to worry about that. So
no, but see, I'm gonna tell you, this is the only thing though, is that I did just do that CNBC daggone article, man. Just looked at it and it said, hey, you really like in 2020, them HOA neighborhoods were actually average. They said, like I said, they average, their value was 2% less than a non-HOA neighborhood. See, that's what my thing is, that's kind of debatable. If we really want to be honest about it. And it's like, yeah, it's debatable, but what motherfuckers really want to avoid. They really want to avoid this shit right here. See, this is what they scared of. This is what they scared of, Hank.
How tall is this grass? Too tall. Citation. Nasty. Who told you to paint your house white? Citation. Hey, they just picked the trash up at 10 o'clock. It's 10:05. Why is it still outside? Huh? Why is it still out here? You nasty. Citation. Where your pool pass?
Citation.
Well, you don't live here. You can't swim here. Bye. Whose cars is parked all in the streets like this? Don't you got a driveway? If it ain't enough room in the driveway, it's too many people living in the house. Citation. Ma'am, get that boo-boo up. Ma'am, get the boo-boo up. A brick mailbox. Do you see anybody in this neighborhood with a brick mailbox? So you got your couple dollars and got your taxes. Now you want to be fancy. Citation. Who this raggedy trampoline belong to?
It's from my kids.
Your kids, your baby is in college. Why is it citation? I'm not doing this with you today. Ma'am, did you ever get that boo-boo up? Did you get that boo-boo up?
Citation. This how they be. Citation. They hit you with that citation quick. See, hey, this what they be trying to avoid. See, this what they be trying to avoid, Joe. You know what I mean? Venus, because you the one out there doing it. Venus, you the citation lady. I can see Venus being the citation lady. This Venus out this.
How tall is this fence?
She got her measuring tape
Too
out.
Tall. Citation. How tall is this grass? Too tall. Citation.
This Venus in her neighborhood.
Who told you to paint your house white? Citation.
Citation.
Hey, they just picked the trash up at 10 o'clock. It's 10:05. Why is it still outside? Huh? Why is it still out here? You nasty. Citation.
Citation.
Where your pool pass? From this Well, you don't live here. You can't swim here. Bye.
You don't live
Whose
here.
cars is parked all in the streets like this? Don't you got a driveway? If it ain't enough room in the driveway, it's too many people living in the house. Citation. Ma'am, get that boo-boo up. Ma'am, get the boo-boo up. A brick mailbox. Do you see anybody in this neighborhood with a brick mailbox? So you got your couple dollars and got your taxes. Now you want to be fancy. Citation. Who does Raggedy Trampoline belong to?
It's from my kids.
Your kids, your baby is in college. Why is it citation? Huh? I'm not doing this with you today. Ma'am, did you ever get that boo-boo up? Did you get that boo-boo up?
Yeah, boy, hey, Pink, that's Venus, man. That's Venus. She in the neighborhood. You see, she said she love to. She in the neighborhood being the citation lady. Hank, we don't want the citation lady.
Look, hey, Mufasa, it's funny. I'm gonna be vulnerable right now. My wife called on my neighbors, the HOA people, on my neighbors because the grass was cut. She dropped a goddamn dime on. I said, why would you do that? I said, why would you do that?
Damn.
He took a picture and sent it to her. I said, oh, hell no.
I know you said,
now,
baby,
what
if my lawnmower break?
Do it that weekend, and they're going to come back and get my black ass.
Yeah, what if my lawnmower break? If my lawnmower break, my ass is grass. If my lawnmower break, my ass is grass, yo. They don't think about stuff like that.
She said, I don't care. They should have had the damn grass cut. That's nasty. It makes our house look bad. I said, hell no. I said, don't do that shit again. Don't be doing that shit no goddamn more. Oh, hell no. She said, shout out to his wife. We don't
see what I'm saying? No. See, Venus don't understand. We out here to catch the backlash for that. Because we know the lawnmower can break. So we said, what if our lawnmower break and I might be 3 weeks in before I get it all right? You know what I mean? I might be 3 weeks in. Baby, work with me. He gonna call the law on everybody around me. They gonna call the law on me.
Hey, what you said? What you said, Mufasa?
Citation, bro. Citation lady. Yo, come on. Look, now you can't citation your own house, crazy. You can't citation your own house. How you gonna citation your own damn house? You can't citation your own house. No.
Hey, Mufasa, that be some wild shit. Your wife call on you talking about the grass thing because you get paperwork on your door.
Yeah. You be like, oh, we got a fine. I'll be like, yeah, you better cut the check. Since you called, I ain't paying nothing. You paying it. Since you
that's
called.
some wild shit right there.
Citation. And Venus want to be the citation lady. Look, hey, Prime, you say you in the HOA. Prime said he in the HOA, Venus and Charlotte. Look, Venus could be Venus. And he said, I don't know, I ain't heard from him. Venus gonna knock on your door. Prime with a tape measure. Hey, this fence too high. Citation, Prime. Citation. She gonna get your ass. Y'all keep on playing with these people. This is what I'm saying, man. This is stuff that grown folk got to deal with. Them people that call the law on you. The law is I'm telling you. The law is the people that they're gone. Hey, they the people that the homeowners. All right. And see, this is what I'm saying. You don't know. You don't know who it is. Y'all think it's a game. You can have your house for years. They gonna come get it.
Foreclosures. It's the homeowners association coming after them, not their banks.
That's right.
50 homes in one neighborhood. The homeowner association foreclosing on all of them Negroes. Y'all think it's a game?
Now they're forced to figure out where they go from here. Denver 7's Micah Smith spoke to one of those homeowners who says she is struggling to get by.
After 17 years of living in her Green Valley Ranch home, Monica Villela says her family was kicked out.
3 weeks ago, the new owner showed up.
Villela says her family paid their mortgage on time for nearly 2 decades. But her mortgage company wasn't behind the foreclosure. It was her Metro District, or a government entity that performs homeowners association duties.
They were making a lot of fines for anything, grass, leaving the trash can outside, and a lot of fines, $50, $100. So they went up to $8,000.
Viela couldn't pay the fines, but says she had no idea that could lead to foreclosure.
HOAs have broad powers for collecting a.
Don't get it twisted. Look, foreclosing on 50 houses. Cause they punk ass think it's a game. They think it's a game with the HOAs. They think they can just do what they want. They think they can just do what they want and they ain't got to worry about the HOA. I ain't got to worry about the HOA. What? No, I ain't got to worry about the HOA for what? For what? They can't do nothing. Oh, they can't, huh? They take your damn house. They take your damn house. You know, and so my thing is, how do HOAs get so big in this country, bro? Like, what was it? Because HOAs kind of seem to spring up out of nowhere. And now all of a sudden, where we had neighborhoods, it's HOAs now. I mean, was it because the people were tired of people doing crazy things? Now, do you think that ain't? Or it was a business move? I don't know. You know, I think it's a little bit of both, but I think it was a business move too. All right.
So Mufasa, do you live in where's the HOA in your place? You got HOA over here?
Nope. Ain't no HOA over here. Now, one good thing I'll say is everybody's shit different, but they take pride in what we got. They keep their grass cut, you know.
He said they keep their grass cut.
Yeah, they keep their grass cut and stuff like that. It's just that somebody's house might be brick, somebody's house might be white, siding. You know what I mean? Somebody's roof might be, you know what I mean? But everybody's stuff pretty good though. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not like it's tore up from the floor.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
Hey, Venus, what's going on?
Citation.
Citation. Oh my
That's
God.
what's going on. That's what's going on. Citation. Good morning.
Good morning. Lord have mercy.
Good morning.
You like the
I
HOA?
don't know why the HOA started, but I do think, you ever seen those stories about people like fighting with their neighbors so much that somebody gets shot or something?
Yeah.
I was thinking like they also act as like a liaison, because like you going over to talk to your neighbor, that might not work. But like an authority that everybody got an answer to, I think it's a way to kind of keep everybody neutral in a way.
Like neighbor disputes when the fence is on my property, that kind of stuff.
So all of that gets eliminated. You don't have to be getting into well, you know, there's still conflict, but eliminate some of that conflict. And most people are not considerate. Just think about why they're everywhere. It's not even like a race thing. It's just a people thing. Like a lot of people, if they didn't have to cut the grass, if they didn't have certain rules, they wouldn't care. They would do whatever they want. And we could tell, because if we compare some of these neighborhoods to some other neighborhoods, you could see the difference, right? You see the difference.
Yeah. Where's your freedom, no Venus?
Ain't no freedom.
Oh my God.
Okay, the Bible could have told you that. People need rules. That's the problem. Why we got laws and everything else? Because people cannot be left alone to just do what they want, because they always ruin everything. So now we're going to have trash. We're going to have dog poop. We're going to have all the stuff you see in them other neighborhoods, because there's nobody that's really going to regulate. Nobody cares. So we know why. We can see that we can compare today. Places where they don't have them and places where they do. You see night and day.
That's just because they're economic. They shut you out economically. They cost so much more.
What you mean, to be where?
To live in them HOA.
No, but I'm saying, okay, let's say none of us can't live in that. That's fine. But why we can't keep our house clean wherever we at? Why we need somebody to come make us do it?
I think we do.
I'm not saying every neighborhood, but most of them don't look as nice and as uniform as the HOA neighborhoods do.
Well, not as uniform, but I think they're black neighborhoods that look pretty decent.
Not some white ones too, but then some white neighborhoods, they be the ones shooting each other the most. They start arguing over the dog barking and shit. It go left.
Oh yeah.
People need rules. They just do.
Oh yeah. Now that me and Sporties be looking this stuff up, plenty of white folks that get in trouble. Oh my God, they be terrible.
What do you mean by black neighborhood? What
I mean, like,
of them is black.
Yeah, the majority is black. Those ranchers, those brick ranchers, majority black. It ain't really like an HOA, but it's like some older people stay around. For the most part, they keep their grass cut. You know what I mean? It's not uniform, but it's not terrible. Like I said, they got a neighborhood watch or something like that. I'm talking about those black neighborhoods. But everything's not uniform like like I said, that might be a spot where you might say your rental property might be.
Yeah.
It could not be you. Like, you could be the good neighbor, but it's no way to guarantee that everybody in the community is on the same page, and that's where you start seeing issues. But if you got like an authority that everybody answers to, a lot of that stuff don't have to be conversations with y'all because somebody gonna come check them about it.
No, I agree, Venus. It's a gamble that's just worked out for me over the years. Now that I think about it, everybody might not be willing to take that gamble. Like, I ain't gambling on my neighbors. I always took the gamble like, I ain't worried about my damn neighbors. Shit, they come over here bother me, they worry about me. So, I just looked at it like, I ain't worried about my damn neighbors here. They better leave me the hell alone. I leave them the hell alone. Hey, if we cool. Hey, you need something, I got you. If not, get the hell on. Don't, it's just always been that way. It's been cool, but I guess some people say my presence is different, so I don't know.
No, I like your approach too, especially what the HOA is doing to people now. Like, yeah, hell no. I'd rather take that risk. Like, nah.
Yeah.
Because they know a lot of shady stuff.
Think they ain't. They doing too much shady shit. And real talk, like some of the most shadiest stuff is done. Don't get it twisted. Matter of fact, shoot, man, let me show you one. You think it's a game?
Lost our childhood home to the HOA. The house was paid off for, but they had a violation that resulted in them losing their home. The ironic thing about it is that they evicted them and threw everything out of the house, changed the doorknob, but also gave them a violation of everything being thrown out the house. But the HOA is the one who did it.
Yeah, no, hell no.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, nah. I would take your route. I would take your route. Like, eliminate them because, oh my God.
No, you hear about that?
I know that ain't who I think it is.
Do dirty.
Man, what's good with you, Foster?
What's going on with you, bro?
Chilling.
Yeah, man. I was like, look, I'm just saying. So look, hey, look, these people, you think it's a game with these people? Look, man, these people, these people can take control of a lot more than you think.
And that's the scary thing. I feel like the scam that Americans are sold in general, just all Americans, like what they tell you ownership is. How the fuck do I own something if I got to pay you every month for it? I don't own it. And then you could change my mortgage. You could change my property taxes. You could do whatever the fuck you want. But I own this. That never made sense to me. That's not ownership.
Yeah. Do you really own it?
No, you don't. So that's why I'm like, I don't even know if I want to buy a house. I did. But at this point, I just be seeing too much bullshit on TikTok. I'd be like, oh my God. Like, I don't know.
See, and that's the point. You know what I mean? And that's the point. Is like in America, it's almost to the point. Did you ever own anything? Because you probably never gonna get out that homeowners association. Let's be honest.
There was a trend on TikTok last year of all these women crying because they were going to be homeless because their mortgage was jumping up like $600 like the next month.
Oh, the balloon payments.
That shit was crazy. I felt so bad. Like all these women were just like, they didn't know what they were going to do. And there's like nothing you could do about it.
Well, that's on them though, because when you sign your loan, that depends on the type of loan you sign. It's all about what type of home loan you sign. You know, I mean,
yeah, I think a lot of us aren't educated enough.
A 5.7 raise percentage, bro, will kill your pockets, bro, when it comes to stuff like that. Just
you got definitely make sure you do research. You definitely got to make sure you do your research. I mean, because I mean, you can't go in there and just off the whim and not have conversation with people who purchased home before and all of that, and find out the different loans that you are eligible for, because there's all type of different loans that people, first time buyers, home buyers loans, you get a pretty decent rate. Now, one of the things you make sure you want to do, if you can afford to put 20% down, so you can avoid them extra fees and taxes, and it also of course help with your house payment too as well.
Can we be honest though, Hank? I'm not making excuses, but Black people are not like the most financial literate, and we just end up in a lot of debt because of stupid shit like what you just said, like not knowing everything we need to know and just signing some shit because we got approved for it.
You're right.
Well, it's the same thing that happened in them HOAs, bro. When they're
on financial, though, Venus. That's on a lot of stuff. I mean, I talked about this before. Me being a substitute teacher in schools, we would have to give kids extra credit in order for them to have the parents sign the paperwork that they need to sign. And that paperwork could be for anything. So, like in 2024, you may not want your kids to be using none of the schools pictures and all that. You may not want that, but if you don't know, you got to sign a waiver saying you don't want your kid to do it. If you don't sign it, they will automatically put your kids in whatever photos they want to, and they could use it any way they want to, as long as it's not doing anything to break the rules or breaking a law. They can do that. But you as parents have to make sure you read the paperwork that they sign. But we don't do that either. But so that's just not on the financial aspect. But I'll tell people that you got to make sure you do research before because that's a major investment. That's a major investment you're making in buying a home. So you got to definitely make sure you do your research.
You making me think about the medical field too. You're making me think about the medical field too, about like us not knowing our rights or not knowing how to advocate for family members and things that you can do and people you can speak to, but not even knowing who to speak to, not even knowing when to advocate. You just think that everything they tell you is the rule when no, you have rights, but most people don't know that. Yeah, we just don't. I feel like we don't read and research enough. It's just true.
You still got to know the foundation of what you getting yourself into too. So even the HOA, even when they go through the stuff that they go through, they when you sign that paperwork for the HOA, most people don't know it entails most of the property taxes, most of the way that they present themselves to the neighborhood. So of course, if your house is raggedy, nasty, and you ain't abiding by this, they can take your stuff because you ain't followed the fine print. Most people don't read, so it's a personal problem, not something that these other people are doing. Just like when you move into a HOA, most of these HOAs cater to, it depends on which one you go to. Like you go to a gated community or something like that with a security guard, most of all of them right there, they functioning with the person that is cleaning around, porters. They put porters out there, or they have a grass company that come and do that. So as soon as you come into that neighborhood and you don't do what they expect you to do because you don't want to abide by their rules, you get citation after citation after citation. Now, some of these places that got these so-called HOAs, they trying to come up. So to Mufasa's point, it's a business thing. They trying to bring up their property value of their area. So they start this organization, they get it to flow, and then they get themselves involved into the city. Once they're involved into the city is the ones that can That's the one that takes your property when the HOA go to them and file those complaints. When they file a complaint, I think it's over 4 complaints, then they can go through a process of taking your house. Most people don't even know that because they don't read their paperwork. It depends on what type of HOA you in. And most people believe that one HOA is all HOAs, and it's not.
No.
Yeah, in Foster where I live, I never seen none of that. Like that citations, I never seen nobody come and do any of that.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
It's pretty cool out here.
Matt, what up, Big Matt? Yeah, we bringing the grown men out this motherfucker today, baby. We made these homeowners, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, look, man. Hey, I know you in a homeowners association. Yeah, you better be a good boy. Keep your grass cut.
Hey, it's all bad, man. I hate my homeowners.
You hate it?
Yeah, cause like I got to go through a lot of paperwork and communication because I'm about to start renting it out this year. So we about to move. We gonna go the route and building our own house. So we ain't got to deal with the HOA stuff. Stuff ain't no joke though.
Yeah,
I ain't know they can do as much as you've been saying on the earlier in the stream, but they got a lot of power, man.
No, they do.
And I said it earlier, Matthew. I would never rent a house out in the HOA because now you're relying on your tenants to follow the rules, and now the tenant's gonna mess up your money if they don't follow the rules. So one of the things you better do is, if you do it, you better put that homeowners insurance. Put that back on the renters. That means whatever it is during the year, you increase it per rent per month. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm gonna do though. I've been talking with my brother. He got the same issue because he.
Yeah.
Oh damn! Sound like we lost him.
Sound like we got phone
That's
issues.
right.
Okay. The HOA took his phone. That's what it was. The HOA took his phone.
Boy, that power strong, gang. They got that strong power.
Oh, there you go.
He just be hating. No, I'm up here helping this fireworks stand for the church. So you know what I'm saying. So I'm outside.
Fuck sell fireworks in the month of December.
Well, you know
the nativity scene,
Yeah, the first coming up, ain't?
Yeah.
But I was
Is that what they do? They sell fireworks. They sell fireworks in December now.
This dude
at the church. No.
I can't catch a break with this dude, but I swear, man.
He got to get you them bears taking a licking.
Yeah, I know. That's why I say he's mad. He don't even let me on the show no more. But,
no, Matthew, he don't let.
Go to hell, Matthew. You're not gonna put that bullshit out there.
But no, I was gonna say though, like I've been talking to my brother. I've been talking to my brother because he's dealing with the same thing, like with the HOA with his tenants, because his tenants like they starting to hit up like could put like this. When they first got in the subdivision, it was just a street. They didn't really have like no amenities all like that. But they done progressed over the years because this is you talking 10 years now, and now they got so many bylaws that I guess my brother didn't read. So stuff is starting to open up where it's like, man, this stuff is a problem because the tenant, I forgot every little issue, but basically he got rid of one of his tenants because of the HOA because it was just something that they wasn't connected on. So the last tenant he got, because he deal with a property agency, they helped him with it, and now he's good, but he lost a whole tenant, and I think he was out of like $3,300 for something. So it's like he's saying, it ain't no joke, man. That's why I'm now when I'm building my next house, I'm trying to avoid all HOA and potential HOA. So
yeah, I was about to say, man, you also know that. See, what happened is they can also you can get it in a neighborhood and buy it, right? And next thing you know, boom.
Now, see, that's what I'm saying.
Now they try to grandfather you in like you always was in the HOA.
See, that's what
what I'm saying? So that's messed up because I've heard of people, like I said, man, it's people who had a house there for years and you build a new house and now a developer start buying houses around you.
Yeah.
Now, because they big money now, they come in and say, well, we already got the rest of these houses. we got to get Matt house. We need Matt house too.
Because look, because it's a couple streets that I take to go to my brother's house, and like he stay an hour away from me, but you know how Georgia, you know how the South is. But it's like these people that have these probably 1,100 square feet houses, but the front lawn is probably as long as a football field. They make it, they buying them out. I don't know how they doing it. I don't know who's stupid enough to sell it. I guess if they need the money. But they selling it and they putting like 3 houses on each one. So they making basically $1 million.
Because they selling it for $300,000 a piece.
And you got
these new renovated houses.
And they rowing the houses, so it ain't like you getting your own space. They rowing them, so it's like they together. I'm like, man, who's man? They stay so slick, man. It's crazy. Yeah. That house game a dirty game, man.
Yeah, and then they'll be up on a homeowners association.
Yeah, you can't beat them. And once they get too powerful, because like I will say this: 3 years ago, we took. I say it like this to be dramatic, but we took down our old president because they was siphoning the money. So we figured out that, let's say, I don't know, HOA might make $180,000 because our subdivision pretty big. They might make $180,000 that year. She was siphoning at least 60 off the top. So we figured out like, oh, that's why we ain't really got no amenities and everything else. But the person that she took over from was doing the same thing. It's just nobody was looking at it because HOA was so cheap. But she got greedy and raised it. So we ended up going to court. We won. We got new presidents in, but it's so much back stuff we owe because we got to deal with the old water people we was dealing with. There's so much stuff with this HOA where it's like, it's a problem, but I can see why you had one, but the wrong people ruined it.
Yeah. Hey,
when you got situations like that, man, it's definitely open records. You definitely have the right. They have to do like churches have to do at the end of the year, that they have to do a report and let every neighbor know what's going on, how the money's being moved, how the money's being spent, what's going there, what's going there. But sometimes people don't know these things because they don't inquire about them. You know, it depends on how they do it. Now, I know ours, they put ours in like a Facebook group. So, you know, we all join the group, the Facebook group, and then they do a video and presentation on what's going here, what's the new things coming up, what's this and what's that. Now, like I said, I'm blessed that I'm in a good HOA. I've been in a bad HOA before, something like what Matthew was talking about, how somebody was abusing the money. We had to go through 2 different presidents of the HOA because of that, you know. But yeah, there's some bad ones out there. And like I said, you know, fortunate for me, I'm in a good one now. We don't have the problems. But like when you said, Mufasa grandfather in, they tried to charge me, the previous homeowner of this house, but we already agreed. They paid for 6 months, and we will pay the next 6 months. And so, but they try to back charge us, saying, "Well, we owe for the last." I said, "No, we don't." I said, "We got proof that they sent you the money, for, you know, the HOA for the month of June. You're not gonna charge us. You can't charge us to December." Citations. I know that's right.
That's Venus, because our HOA makes us, because we all got like a tree in front of our house. Pretty much everybody had one. They made us cut that down. I kind of get why they wanted to do that, but they want everything to be uniform in a sense. But the biggest issue I had, or I guess you could say I'm still kind of having, is I don't like paying my HOA just because they slick. Like, okay, I built my some more concrete on my deck in the back. I got more. They had a problem with that. So it's like, man, look. Now, don't get me wrong. I get what it is now. I understand how HOAs work now. But, you know, at the time, like, man, I paid for this motherfucker. I'm going to do what I want with it. Not realizing HOAs, these niggas is slick. You know what I'm saying? So,
and see, that's maybe what Hank was talking about earlier, with when you young and you get your house, you a grown man. You like, bruh, I can build my own deck. I can do this. I can expand this. I can knock this wall down. I can close in my garage and make it an extra den man cave where ain't no cars in my garage. Now I done put some plumbing in there. I got me a sink, put me a half bathroom in the garage. I done daggone then drywall some stuff in and put me a couple of light ceiling fans. I got me a whole let's say if you ain't got him a whole bear's man cave in his garage just because he wanted to keep it in the garage. He didn't want to touch the rest of the house because he might got, say the kids and stuff run around. Say if he got enough kids, they run around in the house. HOA might come in and say, hold on. Who told you to do that? Because what? Now that limits how many cars you can get.
Yeah. And see, and the crazy thing about it is me and my wife got into it with the HOA people. We got into it heavy too, man. It was bad because like my wife was doing some work with them because she's trying to get into interior design. But we didn't know that she was the president. And like I was on y'all hip to the Nextdoor app?
No, what's that?
It's like a neighborhood app where you can kind of different communities may be on there. It's kind of like Facebook, but you're supposed to be talking about the neighborhood stuff. You shouldn't put too much personal stuff out there. Now I kind of went a little extra, but I put it out on the Nextdoor app that HOA was fucking us over. So I'm like, hey man, do y'all know anything about such and such?
I told you.
He said, Matt, the problem.
He fucking with their money. They don't play that.
And see, look, and then
Matt Menace.
Hey man, it get real out here. It get real out here. Hey, them niggas don't even look at our way no more. We ain't cool with half of them motherfuckers no more. But I'll say this
shit, man, you done fucked up this shit with the old lady. The old lady can't even be friends with people in the neighborhood.
Hey,
look here. That's the real reason why he was doing. He's volunteering to church now. He got to do that goddamn community service they put on the day.
He got to do community service. Damn, the wife and the boys can't go outside because they eyeing them now.
Bro, them niggas in the HOA ain't gonna forget that nigga about that concrete he added back there in their back, nigga. They on his ass.
Yeah, that shit ain't coming down either. They can try to put lien all they want. That shit ain't coming down. But I say this though, it did fuck up her business because, like I said, she man, they went off. But it helped us get the lawyer to get her up out of there because the lawyer reached out to me on Nextdoor app. So then we all like 6 of us got together, met up with the lawyer, and we went to war with the HOA. So we technically won, but the new people in there now, they doing everything right, but they still fucking us over. So it's like, damn. It's like you can't win this with this.
You can't win, man. Fuck. You can't win
because you gotta think. You know, one of the presidents that we voted in, he didn't turn.
Oh no! He didn't turn to the dark side.
That powder went to his head.
That gotta be the worst thing. When y'all all be in a group and say, "Look, man, we get on the top. We gonna do this. I'm gonna promote you." And this nigga win, and all of a sudden he stopped answering the phone. You know what I'm saying? You can't get a hold of him. They got this nigga, man.
The first year,
he forgot where he came from. He forgot he came from down under. We was all struggling.
Man, them kickbacks started happening, King. Them kickbacks started happening. And all of a sudden, he's like, you know what? Man, he could be all right. Look, it's been going this way. It's been going this way. Why stop it?
You know what I realized? This shit bigger than us. And that damn and your color don't mean shit when it comes to that money, boy. I tell you. We all black.
That's a fact.
And them niggas, that's why I said all that black shit people be talking about come together. Man, these motherfuckers turned on us. I was like, damn, we in the same boat. They turned on us. Like so like I'm outside with the kids. You know how you ride past and somebody say hi. I'm like, man, I told them, go on, nigga. Nigga, we ain't cool.
You waved him off.
Yeah, like, come on, man, we ain't cool.
Oh shit! He said, man, what's going on, man? I don't want to talk to you. Yeah. Get on, man. Get out of here.
Hey, I'm telling you, it's getting to the point. That's why I said that's another reason we might have to move. Cause on some G shit, I'm being honest. I'll never be on no trash in front of my kids. But hey, the kids gonna get a sideline view. We gonna get it in. If this nigga come to my, cause it's like the way he did it was just so trash. Like, dang, dude, we in meetings together because we was trying to basically get rid of the last lady. Yeah. But then he started basically doing the same thing she was doing. And I asked him because I had his number. I was like, "Hey man, what's up? Why are you doing this?" And he was like, "It's what I have to do."
It's business. See, it's business, bro. It's business. See, and that's the thing. You don't think it's business until you get into shit, man.
But the thing is, he learned that shit. See, I learned enough. He actually learned that shit to where ain't nothing we can do.
He dangerous.
Yeah.
He dangerous, yo.
Man, you talking about the rabbit got the gun? This motherfucker got it. We screwed.
Cause the motherfucker that was leading the revolution, now is the head motherfucker. He done turned on y'all.
Nah, nigga, that ain't it, Mufasa. This nigga done added all that damn concrete and brought his property value up, nigga. They pissing them niggas off over there, nigga. They need to stop this nigga from making this shit better than theirs, nigga. That's what it is. They gotta get him up out of there. This nigga gonna have a whole extra.
Hey, OG, what it is, Matthew gonna start a trend. Once he did it, he got away with it. Are we all gonna do it?
Yeah, nigga, every house gonna go up. Get this nigga up out of here.
I was about to put a tiny house in my back.
Look at him.
See, he doing too much. See,
he doing too much.
A tiny house in the back.
Nigga, I got enough. It's not okay. Put it like this: they got one in Home Depot for $15,000. Literally, where you can go in, you will have a room part for a little bit of a kitchen and a living room. Then you can go up some stairs, like probably 8 stairs, and you can have a bed up there. Man, that was gonna be where the boys go when they get used to being on their own. It's like, hey man, I had it set up to where, look, if we gonna be here, we moving now, but when we was gonna be here, hey man, this is be a jump start that you kind of be on your own. You can kind of do your own thing, you know.
Yeah.
Plus your grandmama part don't want to see no girls coming in this house. Hey man, you got your area. Everybody start off there. Them niggas messed up my whole plan. So yeah, if I get enough money, I'm going back to war with them. This shit ain't over.
Hey, hold on. Hey, Matt, since you talking about going to war, see, I ain't done yet. Look, these people went to war against their HOA and they won.
Packing the courthouse today as a judge handed down that ruling, and they were celebrating in court. CBS 4's Gabriel Arzola joins us live from the hammocks where that celebration continues tonight. Right, Gabby?
Oh my gosh, Elliot, this place is an absolute
These people partying.
Check this out. People are dancing, they're popping champagne bottles. A mariachi is coming soon.
I'm like, the HOA this bad?
So happy because they dismantled their HOA that they say was stealing millions of dollars from the folks that live here. Check out what they have to say.
So here's the instruction. There's a receiver that is appointed, and they now control the hammocks.
The courtroom was packed with homeowners who are finally getting justice.
So your employers do not work there anymore. So gather your body and leave.
Meanwhile, at the hammocks,
Switchco asked me to come down here and secure everything.
in a matter of minutes, employees started leaving the premises in the midst of joy and screams. One homeowner taking video of their departure.
I feel relieved. It's been a long year.
That's not all Roosevelt de Jesus said in the courtroom.
Make sure that the association, that us, we're not paying for the lawyers for the criminal acts of or the board members that were arrested.
5 people were arrested this week, former and current board members of the Hammocks Community Center, charged with stealing millions of dollars.
We used to pay quarterly $280.
This man was told that his house would be foreclosed on if he refused to pay the increased fees for maintenance.
And all of a sudden, we went to $380 a month.
One of the homeowners showed the judge how the board operated.
In 2021, the landscape lawn maintenance budget was $7,500, which is a lot. In 2022, the proposed budget, $25,000.
So the folks here have
Hey, didn't I just tell you it was in the paperwork?
declared this day as the Independence Day for the hammocks. Now, you know what? Since this story aired, we've seen a lot of people post on social media their concerns with other people's HOA.
But see, they took on the HOA, Matt, and they won. You know what I mean?
I think they got a stronger case because of the amount of money they had.
It was millions of dollars.
Yeah, we ain't fighting that kind of.
Oh, the neighborhood ain't that big where it's like they generating.
Not millions. Not millions. Yeah, I'll say maybe 600-700, maybe 1,000 at the most.
Still a good number though, bro. That's but I get what you said. You said millions is what make the news.
Like
millions is what get.
That means everybody eating on that board.
Yeah.
But
$50,000-$60,000 ain't eating.
Not like that. Cause she was siphoning it, but she did it in a way where it was kind of hard to. It took a while, but like that, it took a while. She really just bowed out. It really wasn't like. Yeah, she kind of just settled. Like, all right, look, y'all got me. I quit.
Yeah,
it wasn't. Yeah.
Basically, like I didn't took enough anyway.
Yeah, it's like she's still in there. It's crazy.
Yeah,
she don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying?
She paid her house off. She didn't worry about them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, think about Hank. She did the smartest thing. I didn't already took the money. I didn't already won. Let's get out. See, that's the equivalent of the drug dealer getting out before the feds come.
Yep.
I done got out. You ain't gonna catch me doing it.
If she would have kept it up, yeah, it would have eventually became something real serious because she was gonna run it up. So it's good we did get her out there. It's just like this dude just perfected he just perfected how to finesse the system. Like, it's gonna be hard to get him out.
Man,
it's kind of like when y'all did that show about that mayor.
Oh, Mayor Hilliard.
He kind of finessed it to where it's
y'all
like
said about baby TT.
Because she the controller and like the mayor.
That's what
so
I'm
if
saying.
you get her for one, you can't get her for other. If you vote her out of one, the mayor is still powerful enough to enact punishment on you. It's like she almost insulated herself to the point where you can't really get her.
And see, I would have to go on a smear campaign in order to get people to see what I see. Because I'm like one of few that kind of feel the same way. Some people still like, hey man, he better than the last one. So it's like, well, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard to really.
It's like
that's why it's not. Now I ain't gonna lie. If they start screwing over my tenants, yeah, we going to war. I'm gonna put some money and take some money out that brokerage. Hey, we gonna go to war.
Man, and going to war for the hell.
I don't want to hear nothing. I know you got something to say.
He just going to war for the hell of it. He want to go to war. He want to go to war.
You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? See,
he already told the wife. He already told the wife, "Hey, I might if I go into brokerage, you know something happened."
Yeah, before
you know something happened. I gave it to the lawyer. You know something happened.
Hey, it's some older couples, man, that they act like they got some goddamn sense. People like Matthew, they won't be fucking fighting, arguing.
Arguing with the HOA.
Have a 3-foot tall fence. He putting his fence at 4 because he feel like he can. Ain't nobody gonna tell me what to do.
Yeah.
Citation. They gonna get that nigga. As soon as he put it in 4, they gonna get that nigga a citation. Your fence ain't tall enough.
Hey man, it is what it is. Like I said, once I get to the next,
they gonna say you need to pressure wash your side on your house and she's green and molded. Get that shit cleaned up, Matthew. No, I ain't clean up shit. I like the color.
Yeah, I like that color. You know what I mean? Hey, Matthew, look, baby. Hey, Venus gonna be at your house, man.
Too tall, citation.
This Venus.
How tall is this grass? Too tall, citation.
See, that's a fact.
Who told you to paint your house white? Citation.
Citation.
Hey, they just picked the trash up at 10 o'clock. It's 10:05. Why is it still outside? Huh? Why is it still out here? You nasty. Citation.
Citation.
Where your pool fast? Well, you don't live here. You can't swim here. Bye. Whose cars is parked all in the streets like this? Don't you got a driveway? If it ain't enough room in the driveway, it's too many people living in the house. Citation. Ma'am, get that boo-boo up. Ma'am, get the boo-boo up. A brick mailbox.
This is Matthew neighborhood.
This neighborhood with a brick mailbox, so you got your $100, got your taxes, now you want to be fancy. Citation. Who does raggedy trampoline belong to?
It's from my kids.
Your kids, your baby is in college. Why is it citation? I'm not doing this with you today. Ma'am, did you ever get that boo-boo up? Did you get that boo-boo up?
See, this Matthew house. See, Matthew, I want to tell you, Matthew, go ahead and tell them, man, about the homeowners association, Matthew. Somebody ran there saying citation. Venus said she gonna be the citation lady.
Yeah,
she want to be the citation.
I have gotten fined because of the mailbox thing. I didn't have the
just
numbers.
see.
I didn't have the numbers on the mailbox. They fined me for that.
Damn.
They fined me because I think I was part. Wait a minute. They fined me for that. Oh, when I left the trash out too long. Like, you know how it just 3 days went by. Like, man, I ain't thinking about that shit. But obviously, I moved it.
So you put it to the road early.
Yeah, I'm thinking in my head like, hey man, I
He
should
left it at the road. So that nigga left it at the road. Nigga said, "Fuck that shit." Nigga kept on going. They citations his ass.
Hey, do dirty. He supposed to put it in the garage, then pull it to the road. He left on the road all week long. He put on the road all week long. Think he could be slick, so he'll forget. Nah,
hey,
nigga.
Man, them niggas drove. See, I finally figured out who be driving by taking them pictures.
Oh,
I was like, because they had seen it to you.
This nigga want
evidence.
He want to attack the nigga that's taking pictures. He want to attack it with the nigga ass taking pictures. Man, terrible heat.
I finally caught on though, because I was like, man, how they be getting these pictures? You know what I'm saying? Because they always show me pictures of what they get me on. I seen them.
He want to see who the fuck get me.
It's the couple. They're a couple. They don't even think they got no kids. They at the end of the damn subdivision, like kind of like. It's not a cul-de-sac, but it's in the cut where it's a standalone house. Like, it's crazy. I'm like, this nigga, they slick with it too, man. They do it like Saturday morning.
Taking no pictures, Hank. You see you watching your wife. Matthew watching your wife, Hank. Hey, because Hank said his wife called on his people, on the neighbors, man. I said, hey.
Damn. Hey, see, I wouldn't want to live nowhere in the neighborhood with Hank. He do you dirty. and then he'll come out like, so what? He'll come out and say, so what?
Hey, they called about the grass, Matthew. They been the call on you, man. He gonna say all that.
That's what I said. Like
went out there and matched that nigga shit, but that nigga shit 2 inches higher than what it's supposed to be.
Yep. Yeah, my wife called on my neighbor. She said, I'm sick of it. I don't care. He need to cut that grass. I'm like, I said, don't
see my wife want me to be like, because this is probably how Hank is. You know how people be competing in the grass. She asked me one day. She was like, why you don't compete with the other older guys?
We not doing that.
I was like, man, like, don't be asking me no shit like this.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Hey, Matthew, I don't cut my grass. It's called manicuring, baby. I manicure my yard.
See, man, they want to be like Heat, man. They want to be like Heat. Like, no, hey, is the shit cut or not? Anybody doing all that?
Man, it's this one guy, man. I don't know how you do it. The shit look fake, but it looks so good. I ain't gonna lie. Like, damn, how you do this shit?
Yeah, like artificial grass, bro. The shit all be the same height.
He hit them niggas with the trade secret, nigga. When you go one way, you hit it with the 2. You come back the other way, you hit it with the 3. You make the little lines in your yard, make it look nice. That's all he's doing.
Put a little fertilizer down. Fertilizer twice a year.
He don't got no lines.
He hit it from the
side.
He
ain't got no lines?
He don't got no lines. That's why I say it look fake. I'm like, how you do this? And he started laughing, walking off. Like, man, motherfucker, I don't know how you do it.
Walk off, Matthew?
He don't got no lines, man. Yeah, you know, he older the guy, so I can't say what I want to say to him. But he, you know, he can walk off.
I ain't gonna tell that young group of snap.
He won't cut the OG out.
Just because he won't tell you about his grass.
You hear me? He got the trade secret he trying to keep.
Yeah, he ain't gonna tell me that. He won't tell me neither. I asked him like every week, like, come on, man. Give me the inside scoop. He was like, he did that little goofy laugh and he walk off. He do it every time.
You gonna die with that grass recipe, old man. Give me that shit.
It's a fact.
Come on, man.
I ain't gonna lie though. He keep his house cold. Like I would literally try to learn from him. He keep his house cold, man. It's cold. Like, he showed me the inside too. He done did some shit to his house. His house nice.
I bet you that nigga went through the HOA.
You know what? I wouldn't. You know what, though, man? I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they let him get away with whatever he wanted to do. Some guys is lucky like that. I believe he probably done violated. They just don't bother him.
Matthew, what you done to them people? Why they don't like you, bro?
Hey man, I guess I be talking too much. They don't like me, so
you know what he did? He was on that next door app and complaining and bullshit. now they running again.
Yeah, because my wife, cause the lady, she was literally about to do some interior design for the dude wife. She literally said, "I can't do business with because your husband was going off on us on the next door app." My wife was like, "What is your problem? I'm like, what are you talking about?" She was like, "Look at this message." I'm like, "Oh shit."
Come on, man. Damn, man, you done fucked up. I can't believe. You see, man.
Man,
he not only dropping dimes, but he messing up the business.
You messing up the business, man. Come on, man. You talking shit.
Matthew, you need to learn.
The wife can't get contracts canceled.
Man, my wife ain't talked to me for like 2 weeks. She ain't talked to me for like 2 weeks.
Hey man, you gotta do like the old man do when people ask you questions about from the HOA or anything. You just laugh and smirk at them and walk off.
Yeah,
that's how you stay straight. You just laugh and walk off.
I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson to some degree. You said what? What'd you say?
He need to hit him with that walk. You need to hit him with that walk off like OG does you on a regular basis.
I should have, cause like I said, I ain't gonna lie, man. They had me so hot, cause like when I get mad, I ain't gonna lie, I do dumb stuff, but still, I ain't like how they was doing it. But like I said, we learned to go about it the right way instead of just let's fight. You know, that ain't gonna get you nowhere. You still gonna have to pay the money. So, but still, man, that was that's crazy. That the little 2.5 years, that shit was crazy, man. And so when you did this show, I was like, you know what? I know all about this bullshit.
Hey, man, this is what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, bro, I done heard a lot about I'm like, look, all right, we all grown men, bro. We all done heard so much about that buying homes, selling homes. You don't hear nothing about the HOA. And I'm like, bro, you can't get around them motherfuckers if you're going to buy in a pretty new development. You got to get an old renovated house to avoid them. So I avoid them. That's me, man. I ain't gonna lie, I avoid them because I get an older house and get it straight. But my thing is like to get a house in a new subdivision.
It's not working, man.
Bro, you gonna be in this with these HOAs. A lot of times, a lot of women love HOAs because they don't have to worry about the maintenance, upkeep of the grass. A lot of stuff is buttoned up. A lot of the stuff is the same color. So when you might get with a woman and say, I'm gonna marry her, she got a house in the HOA. Now you dealing with the HOA and you said you won't deal with it.
And see, a lot of times, like anything else, my wife figured out too, like this was a bad ordeal when it comes to HOA. Because when we first moved there, we like, okay, cool. Everybody got to keep up their house, expectations is good. But like you said, all that underlying hidden, like not really telling you directly what's this and what's that. And then when my wife started getting creative, watching HGTV all the time,
she want to do shit.
Yeah, it started messing with her ideas. And then she started saying like, but this is some bullshit. I don't want.
She can't do shit.
Yep. So we made an agreement when we get this house, because we going a route of builders. We finally found a builder. We're gonna really go that route. But if let's say if that goes left, we're gonna do like you said. I'm gonna get an older house and we're gonna redo it.
Yeah, and just because my thing is like, dang on, it get to the point where I didn't realize the HOAs can restrict what you do on the inside of your house.
Oh yeah,
I wouldn't even think about like, damn, to restrict my wife's creativity because they walk in here and say, oh yeah, you can't have the walls this color. Who said you can have accent walls in this living? Like what?
I don't think they can go that far, but they can go to where you can't. You got to have certain kind of blinds. I know they can do that, because you can see through the window. So it's like
certain blinds.
Yeah, and like I don't think they'll let you. Like let's just say you got a certain amount of walls. I don't think they'll let you just clear out the whole thing.
Yeah, because you change the layout of the house, and then it changes the price of the house. So certain stuff like that, they ain't gonna let you mess with. I know some HOAs, they don't even let you install stuff on the outside, like add additions and stuff. Because once you do that, then you know what I'm saying, it takes away, it gives people the opportunity to build what they want to build. And you know, them HOAs, they like stuff stuck in their ways.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? it's kind of hard to, you know what I'm saying, make your house the most unique house on the block, and then everybody else is sitting over there looking crazy with the regular degular. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
they ain't gonna rock with that.
My house is very much a starter house. You know what I'm saying? We kind of made it to a lot better than what it was due to all the fucking accidents kept happening, pipes bursting, and so that just, when water damage happens, ruins your whole house. So luckily we start using our insurance to our advantage and start, getting better upgrades and things like that. But you know what I'm saying? It's a hassle, man. It's a hassle.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. It's just like my thing. I think it's just easier to deal with non-HOA. It's just easier to deal with the non-HOA. Easier to deal with. I don't know. Like I said, to me, it's just easier to deal with something that doesn't have you any restrictions on something that you can do with your house.
See, but
you see what I'm saying?
But it's so hard to get into a non-HOA house now because if you're a new home owner or let's say you 27, 28, about to buy a house, more than likely you're not gonna buy an old home because more than likely your flex is gonna be, oh, I bought a new house. So that gets you because they probably telling you, hey, we only got a 5% interest rate for new developments. And then the way most these places now, subdivision rise, it's gonna have HOA. Ain't no subdivision not gonna have HOA.
Yep, they are.
Especially in Georgia, you gonna have to stumble across, because if you do find a house without an HOA, you gonna look at the neighborhood. You be like, this neighborhood is trash. I'm gonna have the best house on this block, and it's gonna be a problem. So it's like you kind of get stuck. Man, it's hard though, man. The way they doing it now, it's hard, man.
I mean,
you can find it, but you gonna have to look. I say that you can find it, but you gonna have to look.
Yeah, but that's what I was telling Mufasa. You're not gonna be living in a good neighborhood and not being an HOA.
Yeah,
you're not.
Yeah.
If you want to go and find a house in HOA, I know it in the city of Louisville, you're gonna be in the hood. That's pretty much what you're gonna be in the hood.
Yeah, you're gonna be in the hood, man, and you're gonna have to make the best of it.
You're gonna figure a way out how to deal with that HOA. Like I said, not all of them are bad. Look, I had one bad one, and I learned my lesson from. Thank God I learned it early, and I had to deal with how to deal with it. But the one I'm dealing with now, I ain't had no issues with them. I ain't had no issues with them at all, man. So they've been pretty good. They the front area of the subdivision, they decorate with Christmas lights, and they keep it straight. They keep the front area real nice, good trim. Only look, everything's, like I said, pretty much uniform. Only thing we have different in our neighborhood is the trash collection. That's it. You could have whoever trash collection you want to have, but everything else is gonna be pretty much the same.
Yeah.
All our windows was made by the same manufacturer. The builder was all the same builder built this whole subdivision. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like multiple different builders. No, it was one builder. So if you ever have a problem with trying to figure out things about your property, you call the same builder everybody has in the neighborhood. So
yeah.
Well, that's good and bad. But see, Matt, didn't you say you was in Georgia?
Yeah, I'm in Georgia.
See, man, HOAs, man, they been having a time down there. Hey, Matt, listen to this shit. Oh yeah,
Nightmares is getting some action. Just one day after we exposed how HOAs can take your home, today Georgia lawmakers announced that they plan to refile a bill to stop HOA foreclosures. Channel 2 consumer investigator Justin Gray live in the newsroom on this one. These proposed changes, Justin, are meant to protect Georgia homeowners.
George, the bill would no longer allow HOAs to foreclose on homes for unpaid fees or assessments. We first told you in a Channel 2 investigation yesterday how Karen Gibbons got a notice of foreclosure by her HOA. Each month, she mailed a check for her HOA dues on her Gwinnett County condo, but she says she never knew when or if it would be cashed. With late fees and thousands of dollars in attorney fees, she owed more than $30,000. Our investigation showed a big reason fines would snowball into large bills is attorney costs. Every email, every inquiry, every attempt to contest or fix or even pay the overdue bill adds to the bill.
I don't know how it's legal. It's shameful and it takes advantage of people.
The 3 state representatives sponsoring the bill say some HOAs have exploited the foreclosure process, using small unpaid fees as leverage to take over homes. They plan to hold a hearing and a vote in the next session in January 2025. Reporting.
See, y'all got some laws down there, because I guess some HOAs down there was actually putting homes in foreclosure for small fees and shit.
Yeah.
So they had to put a bill down there with y'all, because they trying to take y'all cribs down there in Georgia.
That's what happened to my father-in-law. Now,
shit.
My wife's father, he lost his house, but this was, you talking 15, 17 years ago. And because he didn't know much about, how he stumbled across the house. He wasn't thinking about no house. He stumbled across the house. He said it all the time. And come to find out, he realized he could have fought for his house. He just didn't know, because it was kind of way they did it was kind of like what you just showed, but they was hitting him with fees and stuff. And he like, well, I'm cool with my payments, but it was the fees that was kind of he got scared. In a sense, he kind of got, I guess, in a sense, scared. And then they got to the point where they was about to start garnishing him from his job. So he stopped that some kind of way, but somehow, some way, he lost his house, but he could have fought for it. That was the main problem. He didn't know all his rights. So they ended up getting the house, and he ended up getting a better one out by, because he stayed by me, well, kind of. And shoot, man, he got his house. I love his house, but he could have had 2. That's the problem. Like, dang.
Yeah, I mean, hey, and see, that I guess just not paying attention, not paying, you know what I mean? It's a lot of people, like I said, it was one lady, I'm telling you, I looked it up. It was one lady who her house wasn't a part of the HOA, but they built it up around her, and boom, now she's in the HOA. She's like, well, I didn't sign no paperwork. Well, next thing you know, she got a deed, they got a deed to her shit, and they foreclosing on her property and throwing her out of her house. People think it don't happen.
So if you got, let's say you own, I don't know, an acre, and somehow, some way you get in the mix of this HOA business. If you own an acre, and let's just, let's say you owe about $20 left on your payments of your house or whatever, they can't force you in that, can they?
Yeah, they can. They can take your house when it's paid off. You ain't, bruh.
but if you own it though, how are they legally taking it though? Because you own that land. I'm talking about that little acre that you may have that you got your house on. I'm just trying to think how they able to take it though.
Look, they able to take that jump, Matt. Stop acting like you don't know, Matt. They able to take it.
See, them motherfuckers ain't fighting right. You gotta fight.
Matt. They take it.
Most of that, bro, is like a realtor scheme, bro. They go to the HOA. It's a company, bro, that, you know what I'm saying, they go out and send realtors out to, you know what I'm saying, in these sub areas like this, and then they just sit there. They get these people to sign these houses over, buy the house for $3 and some cent, put the money back, and every time somebody else come in their house, they make them sign up for the HOA. Everything going through the HOA. It's a reason why these people was able to take your house and sell it.
Yeah, it got to be, like you said, it's something that they doing.
But regardless of the fact that you can pay the mortgage, you can pay the taxes, you can pay everything. If you don't pay, if you don't pay them daggone HOA fees, they taking that house, bro.
I'll be so, man. Something gonna happen. They was able to take my house.
He was moving out.
And I said, what do you mean? He says, well, I bought your house in an upset bid.
This was news to Rogers. She had already paid off her Pitt County home of 12 years.
She paid it off, man.
So I kind of thought was a joke.
But she soon found out this was no trick. Her home, valued at $413,000, was sold for just $221,000.
Hell
Turns
no.
out her HOA foreclosed on her home 11 months ago, after it says Rogers didn't pay her dues.
Well, why did you pay the
$1,400? What's your response to that?
That's all I hear. And I say, I would have if I known.
Rogers claims she had no idea she was in an HOA. She also says she got no notice of the debt or the foreclosure, or even of the sale.
No one ever came to your door. No one ever called you. No one ever sent you an email saying you owed this much.
No.
And she never signed the official papers.
The HOA never served her lawsuit papers. They just didn't do it. That is fatal.
Hey, now my thing is the fact that, yo, they have the power to do that. They have the power to take the, oh yeah, yo, house paid for, yeah, we don't care nothing about that. You owe $1,491. You seen the paper, Matt. $1,491. Your paid off house is mine now, motherfucker. Go to the shelter. Go to the shelter. Go to the shelter, man. Pack your shit up, go to the shelter.
So if I show a $1,500, it was like, hey, here, get on my face. I still gotta get out.
You gotta get out. It's already going through the court, man. You know how this goes. The eviction process.
So let me ask you a question, Mufasa. Was she on the HOA? Did she sign the paperwork to the HOA and just didn't pay the shit? Or did she wasn't even on it, like that situation you were saying before?
Well,
when the person's not even involved with it.
My thing is, she said she never was in it. She's never signed anything with it. But my thing is, I don't know. Maybe she got the house and assumed with it. But my thing is, at the end of the day, even if she was involved with it, they still have the. My point is, they still have the power to take your house and throw your ass in the street. And now you in a homeless shelter. You in a homeless shelter. Tell the truth. You in a homeless shelter. You out of your house. You out there with your kids because you ain't want to pay that $1,491. You thought you had a paid off house to pass down to your kids. No, the homeowner association got a paid off house to pass down to their kids. Somebody making that bank off
so
that.
the homeowner association got that $221,000 that they sold a house for. Who got the money?
Yeah, probably.
Something like
you see
that.
What I'm saying?
Somebody gonna get it. Nah.
Man, you got it. Man, you got it. You out of you out your house. You in a homeless shelter, man. You better hope you, man. By the time you better hope you better help him build that house. By the time you help him build that house and get out there, that house gonna be gone, man. Man, they gonna be to steal that house somehow. They gonna get that house up off you.
Hey, but
you know something? Man. I think what they said the fee was what, $1,500. It probably cost her more. It probably cost her more to retain that goddamn lawyer.
I know.
Why didn't you just pay the fee?
She said she ain't know. She said she didn't know her house was even foreclosed on. She never knew nothing. They never
served her. She was a part of an HOA.
They never served her nothing. The lawyer said they never served her.
See, that's a problem right there. You didn't that when I hear that, I find that hard to believe because they got to disclose that at closing time of your house that you are part of an HOA. Your realtor should have sit there and told you that. I'm gonna show you some houses, and they have HOAs.
Your realtor ain't tell you, Hank. What if your realtor ain't never say nothing?
Even if your realtor didn't tell you then, they have to disclose that at closure of the sale of the house.
Man, it's gonna be a John Q event if that happens.
Transfer whoever had the house previous to you as a new owner. So that's when I hear that, that's kind of fishy to me.
Yeah, man. If I miss out on let's say $300,000 on my house because of $1,400, it's gonna be a man. Hell no.
You know what it's gonna be, Matt. You know what it's gonna be?
What?
Too tall citation.
It's gonna be a citation.
Too tall citation.
It's gonna be a citation. That's all it's gonna be, Matt.
Paint your house white. Citation. Hey, they just picked the trash up at 10 o'clock. It's 10:05. Why is it still outside? Huh? Why is it still out here? You nasty citation. William Poole.
That's all that's gonna happen, man. It's gonna be a whole bunch of citations. This is what I'm trying to tell you, man. Ain't nothing you can do to them people.
This shit'll make you hate America, boy. I tell you.
Look, hey, and you know what? And so you start asking questions. So, Matt, All right, I gotta ask y'all a question then. Where the hell did this love affair with homeowners associations come from? But Matt, guess what? I done did some digging, and man, this guy kind of
known as
makes
homeowners associations, or HOAs, are as American as hot dogs, apple pie, the imperial system, whatever the heck this is, and of course voting in presidential elections without doing a single stitch of research first. You get the picture. But one Singaporean on Reddit is completely befuddled as to why HOAs are so popular here in these United States, where we're known to treasure individuality and freedom. Yet we seem really enamored of these totalitarian regimes known as HOAs, in which people pay hundreds if not thousands of dollars every month in dues to be pushed around about what they can and cannot do on their own property. Sure, some have sweet benefits like Wi-Fi and landscaping and community pools, but they also come with all of the insanity that we always hear about. Like trying to force an adjacent farmer off his own land because you think it's ugly, or forcing people to remove the unsightly wheelchair ramp for their disabled child. And my personal favorite, DNA testing dog poop. And sure, you could just move somewhere that doesn't have an HOA, but those are becoming fewer and farther between. A 2023 survey by Rocket Mortgage found that 60% of new homes are in HOAs and 80% of homes in subdivisions are in HOAs. Meanwhile, that same survey found that more than half of the people living under an HOA hate it. So yeah, what's the deal? Well, surprise, like so many things in America, the short answer is racism. HOAs began cropping up in the middle of the last century to enforce racist segregation laws like redlining, and then to continue enforcing them after they were overturned, with discriminatory rules written into their bylaws, which often endure to this day. Nowadays, HOAs are often pitched as a way to increase property values for homeowners. But according to a 2019 study published in the Journal of Urban Economics, there's not really any evidence that they actually do so. There is plenty of evidence, however, that they end up drastically restricting the population of HOA neighborhoods to predominantly white people. But it's not just that HOAs are really handy for doing racism. They also allow municipal governments to offload responsibilities for things like road and utility maintenance onto HOA residents, while still charging those residents the taxes normally used for those projects. Roll that complete and utter scam together with the aforementioned racism? Well, my Singaporean Reddit friend, you kinda can't get anything more distinctly American than the good old USA's love affair with the good old HOA.
HOA is racist, Matt. Matt, stop playing with me, bro. You heard? You knew I was gonna throw some race in here somehow, Matt. They it's to keep the black man out of their neighborhoods, Matt. I done found it. I done found it. Y'all thought I was gonna find it. They're trying to keep the black folks out of their neighborhoods. That's what it is. I found out what it is, man. Come on, man.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
Because it's like it don't make no sense. But I will say,
crazy.
We fall into it too because, like I said, my HOA did me dirty. It ain't nothing but us, all of us is black. I think it might be like what 5 white couples that's not couples, but families that live in our subdivision, if that, and it's like 100 houses.
Hey,
so that's what I'm saying. They I believe you though. I believe it.
Look, what DB? I don't understand. DB, what? Look, I tried to stay away from it for a little while, but you know, I gotta say, no, it's a plot against the black man. That's right. Yeah, the plot against the black man. DB, what's the problem?
I don't want to agree with you, but man, hey, bro, I ain't gonna
think about it.
This shit, it gotta be something. Goddamn it, this shit crazy.
This shit crazy. Hey, look, see, I'm saying. It's a plot. See, y'all don't believe me, man. Y'all look, y'all think I'm playing. Hold on, y'all think I'm playing? Come on, man.
In creating exclusive, segregated white communities.
Yeah.
HOAs exploded in popularity in the 1960s as suburbs were booming, and many used racist deeds and covenants to explicitly bar black buyers from purchasing homes in those communities. Racial covenants were commonly used by HOAs between 1910 to 1950 to prevent black residents from moving into white neighborhoods. These covenants laid the foundation for other discriminatory housing practices like redlining. While the Supreme Court outlawed the enforcement of racial covenants in 1948, many HOAs continued to be primarily white and Asian. HOAs can indirectly discriminate by requiring things like minimum credit scores, background checks, high fees, and banning renters. policies that disproportionately exclude people of color due to structural barriers.
HOAs are part of white supremacy. God knows. I'm trying to tell y'all, look, y'all see, you never know what you dig and you find out. All of a sudden you realize, oh, they used to have the HOAs, used to have the bylaws to keep your black ass out of it. So is hold on, I think you muted, Matt. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm just saying. Hey, I don't know.
And I guess at this point, the white man is still winning, I guess.
Yeah, because y'all gonna be over here, you gonna follow these motherfucking rules. Yeah. Yeah.
And like I said, and man, they really kicking our ass here. Yeah, they really are. Because I mean, because if that's how it started, I mean, it makes sense when you think about it. But it's it's crazy. So you telling me, because even though I know you talking about HOAs, then that just means everything is just so rooted in segregation.
Come on, man.
They didn't want you around, right? So it's like, I guess that Martin Luther King thing when people were saying that, hey man, we was wrong for trying to join together. I guess they right, man. We should have never tried.
Cause it ain't like y'all getting HOAs in the neighborhood. Y'all going up under their HOAs.
Yeah.
HOAs are so great. Yeah, motherfucker, you better toe the line, nigga.
I'm losing.
Don't you get too comfortable.
Yeah, because right now I'm losing. Yeah. I'm losing that fight. Be honest with you, I'm losing that fight right now. I'm paying, and I got to save money just to fight. And I might lose that fight.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. And y'all, look, and y'all doing all of that for manicure lawns and houses that look the same. Okay. All right.
Ain't that a bitch?
All right. There's some things a little more important than that. Your freedom and your ability to do what you want to your house.
But it's like, man, fuck, man. That's why I say this. No more of my houses, because like I said, I want to have at least 4 properties before I leave this earth. None of the rest of them will be HOAs. And if I can figure out a way to get rid of this one and still kind of find something same value, I'll definitely trade this motherfucker out for another one. I ain't lying.
You'll trade it out.
Yeah, because I got 4 sons. I'm at least have 4 properties. Hey, y'all niggas ever get into the situation, y'all got 4 houses y'all can go to. If y'all ever beefing with each other, y'all don't want to deal with each other, hey, y'all got 4 houses y'all can be away from each other. Build your families off of that. That's the least I can do for you. Y'all take over my brokerage when I die. Y'all split the money. If y'all don't, hey, I did the best I could, nigga.
Yeah. I did the best I can do. Fuck it.
Yeah. Cause like I tell you, my last 30 years on this earth, me and the wife gonna be at a condo somewhere, and the boys they can figure out the rest.
Yeah. Don't stress yourself out.
Yeah, I'm done being Superman.
Yeah, no, all you can do is just provide a decent environment, bro. Don't stress yourself out to the point, where.
But yeah, a quick question, man. You not to say that do you do one-on-ones? Like, cause you got a business, right?
Yeah.
You know a lot about business, or you kind of just know about your business?
Well, I know a little bit about all of it, but I specifically know about mine.
When we get close to that day, man, I'm gonna holler at you, man, cause me and the wife want to open a coffee shop.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Shit, hey man, man, today, boy, them motherfuckers look. Yeah, that's a hard. That's ooh. All right, hey, man, you jumping into that?
I believe in the wife, man. This is something she want to do. I know. I'm a working. Shop
yeah, all right.
I'm a working nigga. I go to work. She ain't good at taking no direction at no job. So this is what she want to do.
So she want to start something.
No, I mean she been had this idea, but I honestly believe she can do it based on how the personality she is. And of course I'm gonna help, but I just want to get all this info we can before we just really dive in it. We gotta get the second house first before we do anything. Fuck that. We're gonna do that after that. You know what I'm saying? But I was just curious. I know you and Sporty do y'all own shit.
Well, shit, man. She ever thought about starting her own brand of coffee or delivering coffee, starting her own brand, something mobile first? Or she just gonna go straight to the stove?
I didn't bring it up, but I will now. Now that you say that, I'm gonna bring it up to her. See what she think.
Something with some low overhead.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I'm gonna present it to her, see what she's talking about. I don't know how good she gonna take it from me. There's somebody that's in it and suggest it. Maybe she'll listen to that. But I know by it being me, she might be like, you just don't want to. I'm like, no, that ain't it. I'm just saying. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm behind it regardless.
No.
But, I don't know.
No. It's cool. But, everything can work, though. I'm just thinking like, man, boy, where you going to find the spot to rent? Where you going to go? Because, man, real estate today.
Yeah, I know, right? That's why I say this definitely
Now, I'm about to say, if you want to get that coffee shop, sit down in that house you in. Ain't no new house, Matt. You need to go find this commercial real estate, Matt.
Hey, the new house ain't just hers, so we going after this house. If we can't do this business,
sacrifice, Matt.
If we can't do this business, fuck that business. We getting in the house, goddammit.
Sacrifice, man. You gotta see. You gotta see what's out there. Maybe you might have to do the coffee shop first, man. I don't know. Real estate is like I said, you're gonna have to get something, man.
Now I feel you. I ain't trying to transition the show into nothing else. I just wanted to ask you real quick question. That's it.
Yeah.
I get you. I hit you up on the back end type. I mean, not now, but I hit you up when we get closer to see what you think.
Yeah. But see, now I also got a question for y'all too, because you said something about I think either Hink said it or you said it about the developer, right? You say you had one developer, one developer did everything where it made everything easier. It made everything easier in terms of knowing which windows to get. A lot of the stuff are the same. So but my thing is this: what if you get the developer from hell, Hate? What if you get the developer who bought that
HOA is legally mandated to ensure decisions serve the interest of the entire community. But it's become common for developers to not only run the board, but pay themselves as managers of the community. For example, David Pearson has 4 developments right now. He runs each of those HOAs. He is the CEO, CFO, and in some cases, even the secretary. According to budget documents we received from homeowners, the board, his board, pays his company, David Pearson Communities, more than $200,000 a year in management fees. Now, that doesn't cover the cost to mow the grass or actually fix things. That's just what it costs to collect dues and make sure the neighborhoods are maintained. Homeowners have reached out to 11 Alive to say their dues are excessive and the property management fees too high. But there's nothing they can do about it. According to governing documents written by his own attorneys, Pearson can control these communities for years or until just about every lot is sold. And Pearson owns a lot of lots. And he hasn't developed some of these communities in years. Plus, he gets anywhere from 10 to 20 votes for every empty lot, while homeowners and investors only get 1. You have to sit back and ask, is this what Georgia lawmakers intended when they created HOAs?
Once again in Georgia, you can get a developer. You can change the game.
Yeah.
He controlled that neighborhood for years. I'm just saying.
Man.
That's where the money at, Matt. The development, you get a developer, then you become a part of the homeowners association.
But I never do what them motherfuckers did to us. I never do that to nobody. I couldn't even join the HOA based on what these assholes did. I don't think I can.
Hey, that's what your buddy said though, Matthew, and you know that he's flipped.
He flipped, man. You got to get in on this thing, man. Man, you can't beat them, join them, man. You can't beat them, join them. You got to be the head of this thing.
Trying to add some more concrete to that property, you better join them.
Yeah, see, because you're sitting on a porch that ain't supposed to be. You already hiding in the back because you added concrete and added a whole nother part of your porch. The HOA already gonna get your ass and evict you because of that. You know what I mean? You look.
Them niggas, like I said, them niggas don't like me right at this point. I already know, but it's all right. You know what I'm saying? They don't really like. Yeah. We cut our bushes down too. We cut them off. We cut them out. Like it's
So
like,
you want? Oh, you weren't supposed to cut them out? Hey, Matt, terrible. Matt cut bushes out.
What you replace it with?
I ain't replacing with shit. I ain't replacing with shit. I like the way they look.
Them young homeowners in the HOA, boy, they fucking like hell. Old head like me be okay.
Man,
with
you
it.
just pulled them up. What you just cover mulch back on top of it? Did you just put mulch back on top of it?
Because we got her cousin used to cut our subdivision because he got a landscaping business. Them niggas they basically fired him for whatever reason. He kept our grass good because we don't really cut our grass like that. But they fired him, so it's like, all right, whatever, nigga. But we was like, hey man, we want to change it up. So we took up the bushes. Then them niggas hit me with an email like, hey, what's going on with your front area? And I'm like, what's wrong with it? Like, well, you took the bushes out. I'm like, yeah, all right, so what? That well, you're not supposed to do that. So they fined me. But I probably owe a nice little hefty penny through all them fines.
See, I told you, man.
But I'll say
this. Terrible.
I say this though. I'm gonna give them probably like a good $2,000 come January just to get them off me for a little while. But fuck them.
It's over 2,000.
Yeah, because you know what the fines.
They about to come get Matt shit, ain't? You seen they come get a house over $1,491. Over $1,500, they came and got a house, man. Matt on borrowed time. Matt shit about to be outside.
And put like this, they can't take my house.
They can take your house, man. I just showed you, man. They can take your house.
You know what that new law just said? Them motherfuckers can't take my goddamn house, goddamn it.
They put it in the junk. They ain't got it.
They can put a lien on it, probably. Yeah, but I pay that shit. And you can't take that motherfucker. Fuck that.
Man, they gonna get your house, bro.
Nah, nigga, I ain't worried about that shit. They ain't gonna take shit. Fuck that. But I will say this though. Like I said, I would pay them just to get them. Like, hey man, I'm paying y'all. Leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't putting that shit back. That shit gonna stay where it's
at. Matt, the problem, Hank. I told you, Matt get in there and say, I ain't doing nothing with the HOA stuff. Fuck that shit.
Nah, man, because one of these days, somebody gonna overthrow these niggas and it's gonna be a wrap. I'm gonna be learning longer than whoever at president watch.
Man.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. You gotta stay. What they say, you gotta put your foot down, man. You can't let them just punk you, man. They already beating the ass. I can't let them punk. And I got my wife behind me too. She be pumping me up now too. She ain't against me like she was. At first she was against me. She's like, why is you fighting with them? I'm like, you don't want to see what they doing? And now she like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, see, that's all I needed. The black woman to be on my side, I'm good.
Oh, man. See, you done already fucked up her catering shit. You see what I'm saying?
Hey,
the interior design. They ain't gonna let her design nothing.
Well,
nah, bro.
Oh well. All she needs is me. How about that?
Oh man, Matt terrible, bro.
He said all she need was him. She about to run his ass off.
Yeah. Come on, man. We know this. Come on, man. See this. This is the stuff that the homeowners we don't talk about. You know what I mean? Like I said, this is the stuff we don't talk about, man. This is stuff we just talk about buying and selling homes, and jokers don't know what's up with the HOA, man.
But you know what, man? I blame Hink for this shit. You know why?
Blame Hink?
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you why. Cause you know what? I came to his show trying to get some knowledge on, cause I already have my house, but I wanted to get some knowledge on some stuff. Cause the first time I seen him make a video, it was about some house stuff. You know, he basically just told me, and he was basically just cracking jokes about me the whole time. And then when my AC went out, the motherfucker was laughing at me. He ain't never stopped laughing at me.
Oh, yeah, AC.
I got a customer. Hold on right quick.
See? Look, man, out there selling that work, man. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
man.
that's what I'm talking about.
You know what I mean? That work, but this was see,
he got the firecrackers on deck.
Firecrackers on
deck. He got to
deck.
do that community service, man. He got to get back to that HOA fines, getting a hold of his ass. See, that's what they did. They said you need to do 50 hours worth of community service. That's why
I
he
should
said
ask that nigga with the HOA think about them firecrackers.
Yeah, he's selling bottle rockets for the church. Church out there selling bottle rockets and shit and the smoke bombs. What are you doing there?
Yeah.
Man. But hey, you know something though? Again, if you get a good HOA, man, I promise you, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, and it depending on your neighborhood where you live at and amenities that you have. Like you said, you got some with the golf course, you got some with the pool. You got a clubhouse where, you know what I'm saying, you got a little I would call it like an upstart like gym. It ain't no full-fledged gym, but you know, they got a few knotless machines and elliptical machines here and there, and maybe a treadmill or two. But you know, you got all of those little amenities, man. Some of these HOAs provide for you because you know you have these things. So those are good HOAs. Now the ones that you got HOA fees and they hide, they don't do shit for you. You file a complaint, they don't never answer, they don't never follow up with you. Yeah, they don't do them but harass you. Yeah, those are the worst. That's probably what Matthew's dealing with right now. That's why he's having them troubles. That's why he's doing that goddamn community service.
He's selling firecrackers for the church. Community service. To pay the HOA. God knows, man. Matt just out there pulling bushes up.
That nigga got a quota to hit on bottle rockets.
Yeah. Now that's the whole thing. You can't have no bushes or shrubs. You can't have, you know what I mean? You don't decide whether that's in front of your house or not. They decide whether that's in front of your house or not. You know what I mean? Matt said, look, what is it? It don't matter. I just pulled them up, covered it up with some mulch. I got some nice mulch out there. You know, but I still got my rocks. I still got everything. You know what I mean?
See, I'm a fan of the lava rock. So right now we got mulch down. So I don't know how well that's gonna go. I might have to have a conversation with my HOA and say, hey, are you okay with me putting lava rocks down? Because I'd rather have lava rocks. At least I can get 5 to 10 years out of them compared to year by year putting down new mulch. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I mean, the shit crazy, bro. Yeah, I mean, the shit crazy. But my whole thing is that the fact that I have to, the fact that that's what I'm on with Heat. The fact that I gotta go to you and say, yo, is it all right if I put these lava rocks down? If I feel like putting lava rocks down, put lava rocks down, Heat. You know what I mean? The wife might have came and said, hey, honey, I was thinking of this design. And so you be like, you know what? I can make that happen. You ain't think about it. Let me go to the HOA first. Fuck the HOA. I can do the shit my damn. That's why I bought you the house. Because I can do it. Damn, Heat. You got to change any damn thing, man. You put something on your front porch. You better not hang a plant. Have some hanging plants from your front porch, Heat. Oh, hell, that's violation, motherfucker. That is violation. You know you can't have no hanging plants on your front porch.
Then Rita's gonna come out with them citations, ain't she?
Yeah. She gonna come out there with the citations, bro. You can't have none of that. You know what I mean? You can't have none of that. That's what I'm trying to say. Shoot, you gonna mess around and find yourself at the pool.
Pass. Well, you don't live here. You can't swim here. Bye. Whose cars is parked all in the streets like this? Don't you got a driveway? If it ain't enough room in the driveway.
Look, y'all just want y'all want to be restricted how many cars you got. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't even feel like going to look for it, but it was a story, bro, about a dude who had a classic car. What they call it, that patina paint. You know what I'm talking about? The patina paint on the old school cars. They was saying, "Oh no, that's a old junk car," but he designed it and did the body work like that. It just looks like that. You put your hand on it, it's smooth. You know what I'm talking about? It's the patina paint where it looked rusty, but it's not. He restored the truck to an early condition, a Ford truck, and the guy daggone what? Guess what they did? Get that shit up out of here. Get that shit up out of here, man. Nah, you can't have that truck here. I showed y'all earlier where they had a pickup truck law banning all pickup trucks in any pickup truck commercial vehicle for being in the subdivision. Yeah, guess what that means? That means got none of that shit. Look, even if, I'm gonna tell you how little some of them even care, man. You may have to deal with some Karens with this shit.
Accusing her homeowners association of towing away her late husband's cars.
Local 10 News investigator Jeff Weinsteer confronted the HOA president and has the story from Plantation.
We heard him fall. I screamed his name. He didn't respond.
59-year-old Richard Cousley died of a sudden heart attack.
I was planning a funeral, planning a viewing, getting my sister-in-law here from Jamaica.
The last thing on her mind was Richard's cars parked in the parking lot. The couple has lived here at the Plantation Racket Club on Broward Boulevard for 20 years.
Imagine you wake up on the morning of your husband's funeral and their cars are gone.
Richard's 2 black Dodge Chargers towed by his homeowners association. They're now at All County Towing, accruing hundreds of dollars in fees that rise daily, and it's money this teacher's aide simply doesn't have. Dory says she called the HOA president, who she says authorized the tows.
She knew he died. She knew we were planning a funeral.
She didn't call anybody about anything.
But you knew he died.
Look, now that's them on the daggone. Look, that's Chalk, that's DB, that's Venus, that's Scene. Come to their door, they up there screaming like they crazy. He didn't call. I don't care if her husband died. Yeah, we know.
I heard the rumors around the property. If I listened to the rumors around here, I'd get nothing done ever.
State records show Susan Seaman, or Sam as she's known, is the condo president.
So I can't talk to you any further than I've already talked to you, except to tell you the frickin' rules. Okay. She knew what. She decided to say...
Seaman says cars cannot be parked in the same guest spots for over a month, and her claim is that Richards were.